Hi.
Getting these
Hello.
buttons,
Hello.
sending out things.
Oh my god.
Baby, my heart's on fire.
There it is.
Take it away, small cat.
Spencer, thank you so much for the sub.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Aw, thank you.
Thank you.
you.
Hi.
Hello.
So
Oh.
I want to say really quickly, before a bunch of these were like, oh, all the mini RPs from Chapter 1 are going to be up on the Patreon at some point. That some point is sometime last week. They've been up for a little bit. If you're watching this now, you can go to the Patreon and just check out all of the mini RPs from Chapter 1. Chapter 2s will similarly all be up on the Patreon publicly at some point. Zogo, Bane of a Lot, thank you so much for all the subs.
But don't go listen to them now. Stay here.
Yeah, stay here right now.
Do it after.
Yeah, do it afterwards. They're good, but wait.
How about we get started with introducing folks earlier than normal?
Oh yeah, that sounds good. Hey Christian,
Mhm.
who are
Hi
you?
there. I'm Christian. I play Martha Teach, and also I don't run CI anymore. Go check it out on Fridays, though. And I do have a Patreon. I released a session of 13 to God as a bit of a sneak preview while it's on break. Go check it out. You can go find that on my Patreon. It's very good.
Excellent. I believe Will is next.
Hi, I'm Will. I play Delilah Daffodil Deltano, and I do some other things on this channel as well, mostly just being, like, around for jokes and bits and things. I'm also on Surprise Round RPG, where I run Ebon Ward, which is tomorrow at 3 Eastern Central Time. Wait, Eastern Standard Time.
That's the one.
EST. Show up there.
Next up, it's Crab.
Hi, it is me, Crab, or Carl, as most of you know me by. I run the Sunday game streams here. You can find me on those or on here. Come check us out playing Tales of Vesperia next week. Tomorrow's stream is canceled. We forgot about Egg Day.
I forgot it was Egg Day. I'm really sorry,
No,
guys.
it's fine. Don't worry about
I
it.
was gonna be there, but
We all forgot about Egg Day. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's true.
Jeremiah
was-
Deltano got born.
Jeremiah Deltano.
You got some fucking splaining to do.
Dawn of Egg. J-Man.
Hi, I'm J-Man. I'm doing your camera work for tonight and also some co-GMing. I don't got a lot to shill, but what I will shill is our official Discord. Please do make sure you check it out. A lot of good stuff. You can go see the Common Writer chat that's only going to be there for like a few more days, I think, and then it's going to be killed. You're gonna
Yeah.
shoot it.
Blasted out of existence.
Yeah.
You're gonna shoot it behind the barn.
So check that out and check out our website, please. We got some neato stuff on there.
Captain Asteros, thank you so much for the sub. Next
Hello?
up, Nico Draws.
It's me. Hello. Hello, I need to. Ah! Am I? Hold on. I fear that I'm muted. All right, I'm not.
Just listen. I was. It was a beautiful roar.
It's me, Nico. I play Sonder, and I do arts for this channel and the surprise round one, and I take commissions, and also have a Patreon where commissions are also available at variable prices. Hello.
That was very threatening.
If you so desire.
Civ.
Hello. I'm eating marshmallows.
I'm Civ.
Hello. I play Bijou Tilly. I also do a drawing. I also might have commissions open, maybe. That's all.
Okay. Next up is me, I guess. Hi. I'm Jay. I'm the GM for the channel. I've been on stream a lot this week, so I'm a little loopy. I'm ready for the session. It's gonna be a good one. I hope you watched the Kamen Rider thing the other day. It was a really good one-off. We had a really good time, and I hope you come by for CI. Burn did his first ever GM session. It's good.
Yes.
It's good stuff. Yeah, Burn did a phenomenal job.
Good job, Burn.
About the Patreon.
Oh, right, yeah. We got a Patreon. There's gonna be more stuff going up on it probably soon, especially as we move towards the end of chapter 2. That's it. That's all I got. Mask.
Hi, I'm Wandering Mask. I do art. I help out. I would like to thank Aloha for always being on top of the links in chat.
Yeah.
Links.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Good job, Aloha.
That's it. Let's roll.
Support Mask on Kofi.
Support Mask on Kofi. Dragon Sabbath.
Yes.
Thank you. Help me buy video games.
Okay. So, we're just gonna get right into it. It's the very next day. And we're gonna start
I
here.
should look at the map and not the stream.
Yes.
Nice.
Gonna start over hereabouts. Doink, doink. Delilah, tell me what you're doing here.
Yeah, Delilah, she knows she's got an important meeting to go to today, but because of recent events from the sixth course, she's been really thinking about the past, or the parts that she remembers, at least. And she remembers that she used to help with giving these boys some food because they didn't have a good diet. And she hasn't been here in a while, and she thought it might be nice to, you know, make sure that they're eating something at least decently healthy.
Yeah, so you come by, you walk up to like Icedale Finance is pretty high up. Like you gotta climb a little bit. You move past like a residential and like it's up above a business on the bottom floor. But yeah, you come into this cramped little office and Dario's just sitting here with the boys. Not all the boys. Listen, this is half of their number.
Yeah. Delilah opens the door. Dario, why there's so many stairs?
Oh, hey, we used to be in a bigger place, but you know, rent's cheaper here, and there's a lot of stairs. Come on, sit down. He sort of stands up and like makes space for you.
Oh, well, I won't be here too long, dear. But excuse me.
Yeah, he's just. I think Roll20's having a little fuck. So if we see any weirdness right now,
Yeah.
or like over the course of the session, we might need to like refresh or do something.
Yeah.
It's been so fucked up the last few days.
Let's see here. Delilah pulls out this nice little cooler and she sets it on the table, as well as like another little baggie. And inside the cooler are the sandwiches as well as various juices, but she's also put in a couple beers because she figured they might want some. And then inside the bag are just like chips and things of the sort to go with all of the sandwiches. And she just looks over. I've been a bit sentimental lately, and I was thinking about, I used to do this a little more frequently, and you've done a lot for us. And I mean, heck, with the Golden Land, everything that happened there, I wanted to say thank you, and you know, make sure you're eating well.
He looks down at it. Honestly, I don't feel like I did much, especially to help out with the investigation, but hell, it's been a while since you brought lunchboxes over. I'm not gonna shoot this down any more than that. He sits down and starts to collect them, and the boys similarly collect their lunchboxes as well. Kind of brings me back, actually. It's nice.
Mm-hmm. And I made absolutely certain. She reaches into the cooler and pulls out a very specific sandwich and sets it on the table and smiles. And I made sure this one has no crust. You notice there are 7 sandwiches.
Looks down at it. Oh, thanks. An extra. Huh.
Extra? I could have swore 1, 2.
You must. We used to be a bit bigger. We lost some people. It's funny. You see him struggling with the thought too, like he's not able to really connect 2 and 2 together. And then his mind sort of snaps back, and he shakes his head once. Thanks. No, I really appreciate it. He takes that lunchbox in particular, and instead of setting it aside in a pile with the other ones, he actually picks it up and like puts it off to the side of the couch, as if he understands that this one's a little special or important to him. And he straightens himself up. I'm gonna roll to die for the boy. Wait, that blue's unwounded. It's unwounded. Oh no, sorry. The blue's still wounded. The blue is still wounded. He's got a yellow stat. I'm sorry to give you hope.
How dare you!
The blue is still extremely wounded. He's only red yellow. Sorry. There we go.
Yeah!
He did pretty good, honestly. Oh boy. He looks down at it and like takes a bite. Oh. Yeah, this is... Yeah, that brings me back. Honestly, we've been surviving mostly across, like, mostly based off of, like, fast food, local stuff. Having something home-cooked, it's really gonna bring morale up. The boys kind of look at each other. Dario's talking about himself.
Delilah just smiles. Well, dear, if you're all right with it, I'd like to try and make this a more frequent thing, because I remember I used to do this pretty consistently. I don't really remember why, besides I think, if I remember correctly, there was a point you were getting a little in the middle, so I was getting concerned.
Yeah. No, nutrition was never my strong suit. Never even remotely close to it. He says, sort of relaxing back. Man, I'm trying to think about what was I good at? What did I really... There was some dish. Kicked ass. He stood snapping his finger. Expensive parts. Pheasant. That's it. I know how to cook a good bird.
Oh, really? You know,
he gets a big smile on his face.
Delilah just once again smiles, and it kind of frowns for a bit and just nods her head. I wasn't exactly a big fan of pheasant myself, but my sister loved it.
Yeah. He sort of trails off, shaking his head. It's kind of like, I don't know, a lot of people find it kind of oily and stuff. I'm sort of in the same camp, but like, I don't know. These days I swim in the oils in my food, so like, I guess it grew on me.
Dear, maybe try to cut that down a smidgen.
He puts his hands up. It's kind of funny. So when you came in, the aura of this room was it was the equivalent of 3 people sitting around and just like incredibly monotonous, straight-toned, punctual small talk. Just like very straight to the point, and a certain liveliness has rejoined the room, and like you notice Dario's significantly more animated. He's moving his arms when he speaks again, instead of that same old robotic expression he had on before.
Well, I hope I haven't taken up too much of your time, but if you have any special requests or something you haven't had in a while, you just let me know and I'll bring it on by.
He smiles at you. Delilah, due to a particular gift of yours, you just saw Dario eat, and you now know what his favorite food is.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Hell yeah. Oh, I should probably...
Hold on, I gotta double check. I gotta double check with my fucking lore to see if I've already given one. But I will supply that to you at some point.
I'm gonna roll to feast. And you know what I'm gonna give him?
What's that?
It's a blue.
Oh! What the fuck am I gonna do with this? Like looking down at the blue. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. So he's gonna. God, that's. I didn't think about that interaction. That's delightful. Holy shit. Okay. I'm keeping that in mind. That's very clever.
That's yours, kid.
Ah,
Oh,
fuck,
I
okay,
forgot my
fine.
opener going, hello, Dario. But, you know, Delilah,
boy.
she gets her stuff together, and when she gets to the door, she just turns around again. Well, thank you all for what you do. If you do need anything, just let me know.
He gives you like a sort of cheery half wave. And then goes back to eating. You made this day a whole lot brighter.
Good.
Fuck yeah, no, my mind's like cogitating on that blue play. That's very clever. Fade. You're chilling with friends. It's you and the fellow royales, I guess, or more specifically, it's you, your best friend Galav, and this one, the newcomer.
Hey, Slug can be friend.
She can be friend. I don't know if you consider her friend, but yeah, she's been sticking with Galav especially a lot lately. So you guys wound up having an impromptu Royale gang meeting. You all sit over here with time is like 10 a.m. What do you get on the boardwalk at 10 a.m.?
I mean, Fade probably got an ice cream.
Yeah, Noctua got an ice cream. Yeah, it's Galav, he got 2 ice creams. You're all just sitting there like looking out at the water. That was a big sigh.
Was it?
Yeah. I don't know, and adequately sized. It's not as big as my size, but like.
Is that a challenge?
Nearby seagulls take flight.
Fade takes a deep breath, puffing out his chest.
Man, mine was bigger, but yours had more emotion.
I'll take it. Looks over at Noctua.
Wow, she's just still going. And she's going for length, I guess. Galav kind of like shrugs and looks out and over. You doing okay, ma'am? Like, I know I asked that a lot, especially lately. Actually, ask me. Ask me how I'm doing.
How are you doing, Galav?
I'm doing great. He turns back around to you. So how are you doing?
Better now that I know you're doing great.
Fucking hell. Galav like it fucking stammers for a second. It's like, damn, you're good at that.
I would say I try, but it's effortless at this point with you.
Noctua is just peering over at the two of you this entire time. Fade, you today is the day that you're gonna go meet up with Graves. You're gonna meet up with Graves in a little bit. Apparently it was an important meeting, yet very important things to discuss, but that isn't happening till around noon, so you've got time to discuss, to chill, to hang with your friends at least a little bit before that. And you've spent it here. Galav stands up. He's like, oh, that's good. Noctua peers around. Forgive me for asking. I had a question.
I may have an answer.
How long have the two of you been like this? What do you mean like this? She just blinks and stares at the two of you. Galav looks back to you, Fade. What does she mean like this?
She means best friends.
Oh, yeah, huh? he like looks back to Noctua. I don't know, a few years at this point.
Yeah, when did I get you to shave off that awful mustache?
4.5 years ago to the date.
4.5 years ago to this date.
Yeah, I gotta remember and memorialize the day my other best friend died. A distant look in his eyes.
Dude, that fucking sucks.
Favorite puts his hand on Galav's shoulder. He wasn't a very good friend if he would leave you like that. He made you look bad.
He sure did, actually. Noctua's just blinking. I'm sorry about your loss.
Don't be.
No, don't, please. No, I looked atrocious. No, like, it's been 4.5 years. We used to sort of be at each other's throats, like,
Playfully, but not.
Oh, it was playful for you at first?
I mean,
yeah, me too. Galav lies blatantly. Yeah, totally playful. I don't know. I mostly organize things in Old Town. Like I used to get in fights all the time, and eventually people started looking up to me, and Fade was doing the same thing over here in Seaside. Yeah, like naturally we were sort of at each other's throats too, and the stampede started around the university, and we had a third gang to deal with, and it was just a lot of infighting, but like. I don't know, look at us now, he says, like, sliding back over to Fade. Proof that you can get along, that you can bond through fisticuffs and all that. Put your differences aside.
Did you ever punch me?
I don't think I managed to. You're very wiggly.
I mean, I'm also very short. You probably can't even reach down to me.
Is that a challenge? Galab stands up and feigns swinging, like, wide over your head. Noctua's just looking at the two of you. That's actually very interesting. I didn't understand exactly the relationship that you had with each other, and with Beretta. She thinks to herself, and Galev, like, cocks an eyebrow and sits back down. Oh. Yeah, King, neither of us knew her too well, actually. She started about a year and a half ago, I think? Looks over to Fade.
Sounds about right. She kept to herself a lot.
Yeah, really private person, so, like, I don't know, we had, like, an alliance, but I can't say she was really, like, my best friend or anything, like we were. He says, like, motioning with his thumb over to Fade. Still, though, like, I don't know. He, like, looks back across at the dock. Someone's unloading a ship over there. I feel like you gotta meet people and, like, feel out the relationships between them, because, like, me and Fade are close, but, I don't know. It takes a lot more than just, like, being colleagues to be friends, I guess. Ah, I see. Where do I fall on the friendship scale? Dude, I don't know you! Noctua just looks out across again. That also is fair as well. Would you like to? Yeah, I mean, yeah, we've been hanging out a lot. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd say you're well on the way to friendship, Noctua.
Excellent. she takes this as a personal accomplishment, quietly clenching her fist. I hope, your friendship is beautiful, and I wish you both the best of luck. She's getting flustered and starts to scoot off and away.
Girl, they ain't getting married.
I don't know. Did you see them? Did you see the chemistry? Please. Galab kind of, like, looks back over to her. She's got a really good heart. It's, man, to the point, but kind of in an awkward way. I don't know. I guess it's kind of nice to have someone be like, oh, it's kind of cool that you two are friends or whatever. Normally, it's just me bragging about it and people around the grapevine telling me to shut up.
You brag about me to the grapevine?
Of course. I'm basically friends with a superstar. You know what's kick-ass? That.
I guess. If you think so, I'll accept it.
He smiles and sits back. He's like, he takes a big bite of his ice cream. So what do you think is the next step for Fade Philadelphus? Become a countrywide name? Go on tour? Rule the world?
Who says those have to be mutually exclusive?
He sort of leans in, gets a big smile, looks over to you. Huh. Yeah, you know what? That'd be kind of fun. Some sort of musician running the place.
You want to come with me? If I go on a tour or anything?
If you go on tour... He kind of, like, looks back at the water. Going around the country. That actually has a nice vibe to it. What, we've both been stuck in this city our entire damn lives?
Pretty much.
Yeah. He looks over to you. Things don't work out for either of us. I'm getting way too serious. He suddenly relaxes. Like, you saw the look in his eyes, and he was going to very seriously say, hey, if things don't work out, let's fucking run away. Does that sound good, bro? But, like, he backpedals from that pretty quick. He's like, that's way too serious.
Fade kind of could tell what he was going to say, just because they've been friends for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, who says things not working out is us running away?
He actually blinks a few times and looks over. What do you mean?
I mean, you're my best friend. Why wouldn't I want you to come along with me? If I were, to ever leave the city.
Crap, man. He starts to, sort of shake himself out. Yeah. Nah, that ain't a contingency. That's something to look forward to. Yeah, you ever wanna go somewhere? You ever wanna get out of this place? Good or bad reasons. Hit up a show? Hell, I could lift, what are they called? Speakers? I could move those things.
I wouldn't want you along just to be hard labor. Though it would help a lot. They're very heavy.
Yeah. Always kind of wanted to see Bluebell, you know?
God, I want to see Bluebell. I have to see all of them.
I hear Bluebell smells. He's just picking away at his nose for a second. It's beautiful, but, kind of smelly.
You know what I bet would be a great place to put on a show? I bet the Rocket Waste would be awesome.
Oh, the acoustics or whatever. Galav is parroting terms you've said to him. He has no idea what he's talking about.
It would be free pyrotechnics.
Big damn beautiful world out there, I guess. Kind of ashamed to keep myself limited to only part of it.
Here's home. You've got Guileford, you've got your other friends.
Yeah.
I don't blame you for wanting to stick here, but...
Got a lot of important people here. He sort of sighs a little bit. Hey, thanks for being my pal, man.
Thank you doesn't feel like enough in return. Fade scooches a little closer and just kind of actually lays his head on Galav's arm.
Someone over here immediately, eyes light up seeing that, flushed beet red, lights up, and then just starts to fucking scoot as fast as she can. And Galav's expression shifts between and then it relaxes into an even smile, and you know what the fuck he does? He starts patting you on the head.
Fade would normally pretend to purr as a joke, but he doesn't this time, actually.
Oh. You
He
two
just smiles as well.
You two just sit there and stare off on the fucking dawning skies. It's 10 a.m. The skies aren't dawning. I'm exaggerating a little bit.
I just envision
You guys
Galav.
look out. You see a seagull. It's all right.
I just envision Galav patting Fade's head. Good dog.
That
It's
scene
taken this man 4 years, but...
Next up, I'm going to do... Yeah, I'll do these two, because it is two. So, you all have been called over to the Illman train, and actually... because you were out, and because you were getting stuff done already, Delilah, you do arrive there a little bit early. Let me go over to here. And hit this button. God, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, right, it's near the bottom of my map list. Scroll. We go to the bottom. Okay.
Scroll until you see sewers.
Sprint!
I am sprinting. Delilah, you're the first at the train station. You're mostly just hanging out. The place isn't opened yet, basically. Just here a little early. Hanging out. Like, you probably walked Hull Street once or twice, and, like, you got a little bit of time. 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
It's...
Delilah's just sitting there, and I think she's just eating a little sandwich.
Oh. You continue to munch away on the sandwich, and someone's actually the first one here as well. Maybe you didn't notice him first, or maybe he just arrived, but Sonder enters the scene.
Delilah gives a friendly wave. Good morning, Sonder.
Sonder nods and gives her a wave also.
Did you eat breakfast this morning?
He considers breakfast.
Because if you'd like, I also made some breakfast sandwiches here, and I think they're pretty darn good.
Sure, thanks. He says he takes one from her.
Now, I must ask, would you like just a regular one, or do you want to be a little adventurous this morning?
He tilts his head. Define adventurous.
Well, I recently procured a very small waffle maker, so I made waffles that have syrup on the inside, and then I put eggs and bacon inside of that, so it's a nice little sandwich.
Sif makes a sound. You know what? She is so excited about this that he's like, yeah, I'll take that.
Delilah hands it over. Hey, I made the McGriddle for Indigo.
Unmake it.
No, I'll just eat it.
Food is made to be unmade.
Sif demands you throw this in the trash.
I would never waste food.
You call that food?
I call it a treat.
Oh my god.
He kind of stands there with it. Is she watching him? Is she like waiting for him to eat, or does she not care after he has it in his hands?
She watches for a moment and then realizes that's really rude. And you notice that she like she almost apologizes, but then catches herself again and just looks away because she doesn't want to stare.
Okay, you know what? Because she's so excited about this, and she's very excited about food, and also the only one here. He eats it. He does actually eat it. You realize for the first time this is the first time you've seen Sonder consume food.
I know
You've been
what your
around him
favorite is.
before. You've given him food before. This is the first time you've seen him eat it.
And now she knows what your favorite is. Hey, Sonder. What's your favorite? What? What's your favorite?
Is it just coffee beans?
Sonder just munches coffee beans by the handful.
I mean,
hold on. I have to consider this question, and I have to consider Sonder, and I have to vibe check.
I did not realize the gravity of this question.
I have to vibe check. What's Delilah's favorite food?
Oh, yeah. If you're trying to sense out what is Sonder's favorite food, he, rather than searching, the entry on his table for this would simply be blank, so he has to find the answers elsewhere. He's looking to you for that now.
Oh, so you want Delilah's favorite food?
Yeah, if you want to DM it, also you can do that. Or if you want to say it publicly, whatever you feel.
I'll say it publicly. It's kind of funny, and I think it would catch him off guard. Mozzarella sticks.
Oh, that's delightful. Mozzarella sticks are
there is a reason for it, and that's the thing that's secret. But she adores mozzarella sticks.
Aww.
Mozzie sticks.
Mozzie sticks. Yeah. If that's your answer for right now.
Does he say that out? Oh yeah, you just know, I guess. Delilah, you're like, oh, what's your favorite food? And like, your sense of this is like really weird, but it's almost ditto the same as yours. It's like, oh yeah, I like Matsu
I
steaks.
think
And you're like,
it would probably start out. I don't really know how her deal goes, like how her food sense goes. But if I'm intuiting it correctly, it would start off like super foggy, like almost. You know when you're looking at modern art and you don't really know what the fuck is going on, but you know it's supposed to mean something?
yes.
It's that until the image solidifies and it becomes, and it just copies you. It just shoots it just shoots you back at you.
Yeah, no, she's caught off guard for a moment, but then she has a very genuinely warm smile, and she's like, "That's a good choice."
Oh.
Aw, I love her. He smiles back and nods to her.
So, how have you been, dear?
Oh God, how has Sander been? I think he's been fine. I'm thinking. I'm trying to. It's been a while, and I don't super remember what all he's been up to.
He
Which
went on
I
a
think
funny
not
trip to the
much.
mall with Teach.
He did go on a funny trip to the mall with Teach.
Punched a bunch of people in a tower. You fought a crow man.
Oh, he did! Despite my excitement, Sander gives the Sander response, and he's like, I've been alright. And how have you been?
Mixed bag, admittedly. But I think it's getting better.
It's good to hear.
Yeah. Now, of course, you need to wash down that sandwich, and she reaches into her bag and pulls out some apple juice.
He obliges her. He takes the apple juice and does indeed wash down the sandwich.
Yeah. I don't think they say anything else because Delilah's like, I got a lot out of him today, and I don't want to push it.
Like, I
She
did
got
good
so much.
today. Okay. Then, in that case, you sit here for a while, actually, and eventually, the train door actually slides open behind you two, and somebody comes out.
Oh, good morning, Grace.
He nods silently. From the expression on his face, you can kind of gather that he's very contemplative and perhaps, if not nervous, then cautious.
Dear, is everything all right?
Yes. You are unexpectedly early.
Oh, I didn't mean for that.
No. It's like, again, that little hint that he didn't mean to offend you. This was him being awkward.
Well, to make it up for you, she just shakes her bag. I still have a few sandwiches.
Very kind. Perhaps you should wait until our discussion to determine if you would still wish to present those. His words are coming harder today.
Delilah gets kind of a more serious look and nods. I understand, dear. I don't know what you wish to discuss with us, but she has a small smile. I am optimistic that whatever it is, we'll still be friends.
He kind of takes a step forward. He's not looking at you. Gives a look up and down the street to see if anyone else is there. Please, come inside.
Of course.
You all pile into the train. Elsewhere in the city, we're gonna catch up with these ones. It will be Tilly time.
Chilly time.
There we go. You two are sitting at the side of a bridge, just looking out. It's literally like a 2-second walk from Arch's place.
Okay. Yeah, no, that bridge. Okay, gotcha.
It's Christian, it's that bridge. It's the one.
Of course. It's the best bridge ever.
It's the one that's right next to the train station, too, also, coincidentally, because you've been invited to this meeting as well. You both are sitting here. You haven't discussed anything important with her. It's just been
Fantastic.
relaxing.
That's been great. Yeah, no, that's exactly what she's been here for.
So
Yeah.
you're,
Hmm?
so you're going to meet what? I feel like I
Sorry,
should.
no,
I feel like I should say something about the current mood or tone or tenor of the conversation, but I don't know where to start, so I will simply sit here.
She kind of goes over and just kind of like bumps her shoulder a little bit. Yeah, I was gonna do the same thing. Well, it's whatever.
Teach, you're actually gonna meet someone here on this bridge, but like you chilling with Arch is like she just saw you out here and just came over and sat with you. It's been
Yeah.
really fucking nice. And
Hey, thanks for having my back for the past few weeks.
I feel like I don't 100% understand what you mean, but all I've done is offer basic she's like sort of struggling with it. I've offered basic emotional support, but at the same time I feel like I haven't helped with any core issues. If you need assistance with anything beyond this, obviously I can lend my expertise. But I feel like you are getting into trouble that is outside of the area of trouble that I deal with.
She kind of nods her head. Yeah, well, you did help me with those seeds, and
That
again,
is what I can deal with.
yeah, and honestly, that emotional support does wonders. I gotta say.
You get the faintest smile beneath the veil.
Hmm.
I believe someone's coming. You
she kinda
hear a tip tap across the bridge, and a person who is not the one you're waiting for crosses over and stops and sees you. And she's still thinking back, occasionally looking back at the distant docks. Teach.
Oh, hey, Noctua.
Hi, do I have the presence of a third wheel? Do I give that impression off?
She kind of turns to her left and then turns back.
I'm going to leave now.
Okay. Have a great night. I'll see you later, maybe.
Exits.
Oh.
Arch kind of like looks up and over at you. You have a lot of people that care about you.
She kind of thinks on that a bit. Yeah, I know that much. Hey, if I She just kind of seems to have some thought on her mind, and she's just like, guess I've got a lot on my brain after the past few days.
Yes.
I might be making a few decisions soon that might get me in a bit of trouble. I know you'll have my back. Noctua has my back. A ton of people do. But guess I'm really caught up on what exactly is that nice line to cross then. How far should I go till I can't really reasonably ask for my friend's help anymore? Like, how deep does it go until it's officially my problem and I gotta deal with it?
She turns and looks at you. I think you're thinking about that wrong. That isn't your decision to make. All you can do is ask. You don't demand someone's help. That's something that people give voluntarily.
Yeah. She kind of thinks about that a little more, and then...
If you think your friends are too kind to refuse an offer of help, then you don't trust your friends enough.
Yeah, you're right. And similarly, I've got to be able to trust them to place their own boundaries, like you do.
She just blinks at you a few times. This is like, it's funny. It feels like the people you've been growing closer to lately all slow blink at you like cats sometimes.
Yeah, it kind of just seems to be the thing. Hey, I am glad you came out, though. Want to let you know again that, well, I've appreciated the past month, and I love you a lot. And it's been a great time, and I'm hoping for plenty more.
She smiles at the phrase love. That's a little surprising for her. She gives you a big grin as two people approach, the ones you are actually waiting for this time.
Oh, she pops over. Yo.
Illyria waves. Hey, well, I brought the thing you asked for.
Thank you so much. Hey, Martho.
Why did you add an O to it?
Hey, Orchestra. Hey, Illyria. Thanks a bunch. She kind of scoots up a bit, and she takes the item and just kind of deposits it in her pocket, takes the other things she needs, just kind of holds herself still.
I have to thank you again for everything that you've been doing. You and the rest of everyone have really helped me out, and I've been able to spend the last few days actually focusing primarily on dealing with the situation involving my mother and... yeah, thanks. She's getting tongue-tied again.
She kind of nods, sure, but the next few hours and days, don't consider us clear at this point, okay? I helped you, you helped me, and from here on, just... I don't know. I'm gonna see what's up with this meeting, and then...
Arch just looking over at you expectantly, Teach. It's okay. It's okay to ask.
She kind of thinks a little bit, and she looks over to Lyria again. Hey, Lyria.
Yeah?
She kind of thinks, she doesn't really know how to ask this question for a bit, and moving it behind. Oh. Hey, she's got something troubling to say.
I can... yeah, I got that. She leans back and pats Orchestra on the... I imagine she's like looming over Illyria's shoulder.
Come on, give her one of your speeches. Make her feel resolved.
This is like pat. No, this is her turn. No, this is her turn. Come on.
Teach kind of steps off and it's just like, hey, Lyria.
Yeah?
If things go badly, what would you do? With the mob, family, everything like that.
She crosses her arms. Badly with the mob. Well, that's assuming an awful lot, actually. I think, to a certain extent, whatever situation that the mob is going through right now it's going to go badly almost no matter what. Ultimately, it'll turn out to whatever shape, I guess. The mob leaders want to put the family in. Like, I don't know. If you think things are going good right now, I actually applaud your optimism. She says, quietly nodding.
She kind of grins at that a little bit as she's just like, no, I don't think things are going good. I suppose, I mean, in
a worst case scenario, in a disaster scenario.
Yeah.
I don't even know 100% what that'd look like, she says, and then pats Orchestra again on the head. Most of what I've dealt with in the past and even now isn't necessarily about finding some magic cure or some instant solution. It's about making things incrementally better. It's about acknowledging a problem and working towards something that's, I don't know. A lot of diseases are chronic. A lot of pains exist for a long, long time. Hoping for some magic solution is not something that I do, but at the same time, I guess as an alchemist, my main focus is on finding some sort of stopper, trying to prevent the worst case scenario, trying to make something better out of that.
Actually keep going.
If that happened, well, I'd work my butt off. I'd try to find a solution.
She kind of thinks about that a little bit, and then kind of, I guess that's true. And sometimes symptoms, you can see them, you can isolate them, and start working on a cure, maybe trying to figure out some way to fix things up bit by bit.
Orchestra starts poking Illyria in the side of the face with her conductor's wand. And I'm lucky at this point, because even if I am in the crisis scenario, she pulls her head off to the side. I've got people I can ask to sort of run things out.
Yeah, she thinks. But about 2 years ago, you made the call to leave the family, didn't you?
I did.
What did you think in that moment? Was it more for you, or did you find some sort of symptom against the family?
She looks out over the water, kind of like readjusting her mask. I'm not political, or I'm not politically wise, and I'm not idealistic enough to say I was doing the right thing for the family, or I had a greater understanding of what Riviera was. I did it for me, pure and simple. I found some people I loved, and I didn't want to mix them and Riviera.
She kind of thinks about that a little bit too. Makes sense. Fair enough. Then I hope you never have to really come back in ever again. In fact, let's make that a reality, huh?
She kind of nods a little bit. Give me a call anytime. You know my number.
Yeah. She kind of thinks about that a bit. Thank you for all your help.
She nods, bows, stops, takes a step away with orchestra still hanging on her back, and then turns on her heel. And then walks back. Actually, I wanted to give you something too.
Oh? She kind of turns again. What's this?
Return gift. She reaches into her pocket and actually pulls out a book. Hands it over to you.
She takes a look at the cover again. Yeah?
When I was at my lowest low, you came by and you gave me lots of things to read. Things that pointed me to the outside world. This isn't anything that I wrote or have any personal attachment to, but this is actually the tour book we used when we left the city for the first time. You sort of opened my eyes up and showed me that there was a lot happening outside the Testudo clinic. I think I could return the favor. She hands what's basically a travel log over to you. During our big vacation, we wandered from place to place and took notes on everything we saw. It's not doing me any good right now, so I thought maybe a reminder of the outside could be good for you too.
She kind of checks it for a moment. Ooh, a little travel log. She gets a little smile. You know, in like 100 or 150 years, something like this would be a novelty.
That's fine. It's a novelty right now for my friend.
That's right. I get the first look at it.
She smiles at you and then
kind of
takes a deep bow and starts to walk off.
Hey, one more thing.
Huh? She turns.
She kind of goes and gives you a pat on the shoulder as you're going. I've got your back. Even if I start doing shit that doesn't make sense, I do have your back at all times, okay?
She and orchestra both simultaneously swing and turn around.
Oh, listen to that. Sounds suspicious.
It does. But I trust her. Thank you. That's all she says. She doesn't say I've got your back as well. She doesn't promise anything. She just genuinely thanks you. And starts to walk away. Arch looks up at you, Teach, and goes, that was pretty cool.
I don't know, I kind of stumbled my way there.
I mean, no, I think it was the like parts and the part where you let her mostly express her own point of view while also showing she's deeply cared for. I think if I were to pick a part about you that I loved, it would be that.
Jeez, okay. She kind of leans over a bit. Thank you so much. She sort of takes a breath, looks out above the river again, and then she thinks about what's about to happen and everything, and she just sort of like, okay. I do think I have an appointment to get to with everything I need, but it'll be very interesting.
Arch looks over at you and says probably the worst thing that you could say to someone who's putting on a performance or some equivalent thing, like going to a big meeting, something where luck isn't involved. She looks at you and says, of course, those faded words, good luck.
Okay, yeah, I'll need it. She kind of stands up and then pulls Arch up and then gives her a hug. I'll see you later.
She nods to you, and you walk down the bridge, watching as her form grows ever more diminutive.
And then,
yeah.
Oh yeah, and then after Arch departs, Teach turns around, checks the things that she has in her assembled pockets, etc. Hoistens and fastens up a bandolier she has, and then gets on moving to a train.
Okay, then Tilly time. Tilly time. We're picking up, actually, exactly where we left off with the last session with Tilly.
Oh boy.
So everything that occurred before 6th course has happened with Tilly. You've got absolutely every last bit of the knowledge that you picked up related to Leticia. It is not gone. It is still sticking with you 100%. It's there. Everyone else, however, the best comparison I have is Delilah got additional information related to Leticia during 6th course. That actually vanished. If Delilah's memory is restored, though, we now know the baseline that she'll be at for remembering this. Tilly, however, you, in your case, you managed to retain this. And you actually have been granted an additional, it's not a gift, it's really someone else's gift, but you've been made aware of it. And I will post this and then read it, because I'm not going to make you fucking read a thing on stream. Let me go in here. I will post the rules of this monster.
No, not monster!
The rules of this friend. Here we go. Drop it in here. In Player's Journal, all players, edited by all players. Sure. Show to players.
Whoa.
Okay. So here's the Forgotten's rules. While pursuing any of these goals, the Forgotten is ruthless, single-minded, and cannot be reasoned with. 1. You do not know what priority number 1 for the Forgotten is yet. But you know what priority 2 is. Erase all traces of Leticia Lucent from anything or anyone. This is anything from there being a boss of Riviera 2 years ago to the name Leticia Lucent. 3. Eliminate ties between Diana, Deltano, and the outside world. Certain targets with incredibly deep ties cannot be targeted by this. For example, she can't get rid of any memories of Diana that Delilah has. They're too deeply rooted. She can't pick them out. And then objective 4 is eliminate tertiary targets to be forgotten as per orders directly issued to her. That she's getting commands from somewhere. And then you only know one of the Forgotten's abilities so far. It can incorporeally manifest within dreams, altered mind states, etc. It attacks you while you're sleeping like a cheater. It cannot physically hurt you is the other thing, though. It only attacks your mind.
Okay.
And you snap back too, and you are made aware of something immediately. Tilly, first up, you've never felt your magic this powerfully before.
Oh.
It radiates out around you almost like a protective, filmy curtain. It spreads around. You actually fully perceive the mists. And you feel that the Forgotten is looking for you. You know the name Leticia Lucent now. But thanks to this mist, she ain't able to find you.
Oh.
And here's the other fun thing.
Okay.
You know who Leticia Lucent's targets are. Just intuitively, you can sense she's after you two. And Mallow, despite everything, hasn't been targeted yet.
And now it's my fault!
Looking a little closer, though, Mallow seems to actually be contained within the mists as well.
How the fuck?
She's like, you are currently outputting what is functionally a magic curtain hiding you and Mallow Marigold from sight. You're the only thing keeping Mallow safe at this point.
Oh, thank God!
Yes!
Okay, so the first thing she does when she wakes up is she's
Yeah.
going to look around to see if she can tell what time it is.
Around this time. It'd be 10:30, I'd say.
In the morning?
In the morning, yeah. You guys slept in deep.
Oh, okay, well that makes sense. Alright, she's gonna
Yeah.
look down at her hands and she's going to count. Does she have the normal amount of fingers?
Yeah, she does. You are fully awake. Your fingers are all there.
Okay. Mello, hello.
Oh.
Wake up.
What? She sort of mumbles her way awake.
Good morning, we're waking up now.
She starts to rub her eyes and look around. Oh, and got really pretty in here.
She looks around like, There's just like sparkles flitting about, just like, no, this is how it always looks.
Yeah, it's funny. It feels like your magic, in response to you fucking pushing hard, has actually grown significantly stronger. But this is what you're used to. This is what you've always seen. It's just maybe in this case someone else can see it. Maybe for the first time even.
Yeah, she's trying to center herself and figure out how to approach this existence of waking up in these circumstances. And Mallow says that, and for a minute she's kind of like, oh no time to be sad, Tilly.
Okay, it's about 10 in the morning. Do you remember that you
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've never done a dream dive quite like. Are you okay? Are you doing okay? You faced down so much of that, and I could only watch for parts of it. And she's Mallow is now fully awake and kind of panicking a little bit.
Okay, shh. Do not talk so loud, okay? I don't know who might be listening. What do we do?
Who do we talk to?
Oh, Dario, no.
Oh no! Oh man.
She actually goes out into her little studio room and just sits there in the middle of the room and shakes her hands
Oh, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I don't know either. Okay. We need to tell someone. Everyone forgot someone. How much danger are we in? Are we in danger?
Well, I don't think that she can find me. And if I were to guess, here, Mallow, look in the window. Can you in the mirror? Can you see yourself?
Oh my god, yeah. You look over to the mirror, and normally with your powers active, there's nobody there, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're both gone. Nothing in the room. Completely empty.
Okay, well, welcome to my world then.
She turns and looks at you. This is what it was like?
Mm-hmm.
All along?
Mm-hmm.
She looks back to the mirror and then back to you. And Mallow has the same reaction that you had earlier of okay, now is not time to be sad. You two have a bonding moment of solidarity okay.
Okay, so,
She grabs her hands and she gets a serious face, okay, concentrate.
Okay.
So, I know that I think today we are supposed to have a meeting, but I feel like this is pretty important.
Yeah, this is very important.
If I were to guess, I don't think that, luckily, I don't think that I or now you are in immediate danger.
Okay, that's good at the
But
very
I
least.
don't know how long that will last.
Who should we go to? What do we do?
Okay, maybe what we should do is go about the day like normal, and on the first chance that I get, I will try and rope in who I can.
She like crumples down into a little like half sit ball, like
Okay, think. Okay, well, if I will not forget, and nobody else knows for now, as long as I keep it a secret for now, things shouldn't change, right?
Mallow's like sort of nodding along, like, yeah, and other people won't be targeted.
Yes. And she asked me to find that for her, so I think this might be something I have to do on my own.
Oh.
I don't want anybody else to get hurt.
Mallow sort of, like, she seems kind of surprised, and she exhales and kind of nods. If you think you can do it, yeah.
Well, I don't know if I can, but I think I have to.
Oh. She, like, swallows. If, do you know how to deal with something like that?
No.
Is there anyone that you know who does?
I'm sorry, I just looked over at the sidebar.
Yes, but I struggle to I struggle to consider how helpful this person might be.
She tilts her head.
Okay, I think I do know somebody, but I don't know to what extent that they will be safe from it. But they will be there today. So, oh wait. If nobody can see me, then that means they shouldn't be able to see. Maybe I can sneak you into the meeting.
Oh my god. She gets a big, like, up. She blinks a few times and goes, you're gonna sneak me in?
I don't know, would that help? Would that cause more problems if we get caught? Oh no!
If we get caught, what'll happen to me?
Okay, maybe we shouldn't, but I don't want to leave you by yourself, because if I do, then they will find you.
She like, shifts back and forth. Then I guess I'd like to come with you.
Okay. If we get caught, I will explain things. I guess I don't know.
She's just nodding along, like, oh my god! So are you two going to try to sneak into the meeting?
I think Tilly is going to show up to the meeting as if nothing is wrong with her and just trust that Mallow will basically be glued to her side.
Oh my god! Mallow just... Okay, yeah, Mallow's going to be sticking to you this entire time. So you start to move around your manor, and, like, it's funny. You're projecting this warm aura that almost spreads along and throughout the walls. It's currently hiding you, and you remember to a certain extent, like, what the subtle influences of this aura is too. People sort of forgetting you, like, you slipping not only from people's consciousness, but also, like, not just from their direct vision, but also their minds a little bit. And like, the stronger and more thorough the effect, and the more you used it, the more it seemed like your family slowly forgot you. And you start to feel like almost a deep similarity to what this phantasm does and has. and what
Oh.
you are capable of.
She's gonna peek into Dario's room and see what's happening in there.
Oh boy, yeah, you take a peek in Dario's room, and he's gone. He's probably at work. You could probably go find him if you wanted to, but yeah, you notice that his atrocious crocodile skin bag is still here, so like he'll be back.
Okay, one moment.
She's going to take a little scrap of paper and write a note to leave there.
Oh, what are you gonna write on the note?
I will tell you when he finds it.
Beautiful. Fantastic. Yeah, you leave a note for Dario. And you with that, would you probably go downstairs?
Yeah, she's gonna basically go about her day like normal, like, haha, nothing weird is happening. I am just getting ready for some investigation team things. Do not mind me.
Mallow is stuck to you 100%. You're like you're very confident in your power to subtly like slip out of situations, and you're wondering how intensive this extends to Mallow too, especially as you go downstairs. You feel like the eye of the Forgotten is just stuck on you. It's like it's tracing you and sort of continues to trace you. It's been looking for you. It has no choice but to look for you, quite literally. But it can't find you, so that's good. And Mallow sticks to your side, and you two head off and into the city.
She asks for great luck and guidance from Grandma today.
You get the feeling if anyone in the entire world were able to grant you that, it'd be Grandmama.
Thank you, Grandmama.
Okay. And then we'll go over to this area. We're going to check in with Tilly crab walking across the city with Mallow clinging to her occasionally. Basically, you guys are going to start the meeting, and then Tilly is going to come in shortly in. Let's do it like that.
Neat.
Let's go over to this map.
Do you mind if I use the restroom real quick?
You know what? 5-minute break. It's been an hour. Everybody take a break.
Ah!
Like I mentioned, I've been like just reading over the rules again, just because I'm looking for specific wording, and that bit of eliminate ties between Diana Del Tano and the world. That's so specific and strange because it doesn't include Dario, who would equally be important.
Yeah.
So why Diana?
Hi, Chico.
Hey, Chico.
What do you know, cat?
Spencer says, man, Dario's memory must be just a fucking hole. Yeah, listen, Dario's brain is Swiss cheese thanks to this thing.
I gave him blue. I hope it helps somewhere.
Baby.
Oh my god.
Hopefully that doesn't just cause him more problems. We're like, hey, I remember my family. Brain explodes.
Entire head catches fire.
That's okay for him, actually.
Yes. No, that's fine. Reigniting that flame. I'm gonna use the bathroom.
You know what? That's smart. I should anyways. I'll be right back.
I'm back.
Crab! Crab is back!
Crab?
Crab!
Let's
Chat,
time
Crab
stream.
Hello.
Crap, Nico is still here.
I am. I didn't go anywhere because I still have like a third of a cup of coffee left.
Good. Maybe you need to go replenish your coffee, though. Welcome back, J-Man.
I have to. But that will be a later time.
For now, you have to shoot the moon.
My veins are made of lasers. I'm going insane.
It's
The whole time they were like, "What do I do?" I'm like, "I'm gonna fucking die." I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I'm gonna wither into dust. I'm going to explode into lasers.
Oh, poor Nico.
I'm
Ooh.
exploding.
Made of screams.
I am made of screams.
Well, for reference, chat, this is just how Nico and I talk to each other all the time.
Did we confuse chat? I'm sorry, chat.
No, I don't think we confuse them. I'm just giving them context.
Oh yeah? I'm sorry, chat.
I'm not.
I am. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm only sorry. You know what? I'm no longer sorry for Teach when it comes to being horrible to her, because at this point she's actively pursuing it.
You're actively pursuing being terrible to Teach. Teach is actively pursuing being terrible to Fade, and Fade does that to Sonder. It's
the circle of life, you know?
Yeah. You know, larva, pupa, butterfly into larva again.
Wait, who's the...
I'm back.
I think Sonder's the pupa, of course.
Is Sonder the pupa?
What?
Yeah, Sonder's the pupa, Fade is the larva, and then Teach is the beautiful butterfly.
What the hell did I come back to?
What did I come back to?
It's the circle of life.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
Sonder, Teach, and Fade.
yeah.
I got thinking more about that.
Yeah, I'm very interested in that.
I'm exploding.
So like, not the pupa thing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about number 3,
Oh,
and it's so specifically eliminate ties between Diana Deltano and the world.
Yeah.
Not Leticia, the world.
Yeah.
And this is just a theory. I don't think it's right at all, but I am almost wondering if that is a personal choice by Leticia.
Ooh.
Not the Forgotten. It's Leticia being like, Diana was a bad lady, and I don't want that to be remembered about her.
Oh.
Because like, Delilah's probably frustrating in a way if that is the case, because because Leticia's not involved anymore, only remembers the bad involving Diana.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Oh, I'm not guy. Hold on. You just keep supposing. I gotta take my headphones off. I'm gonna give too much away.
Yeah.
Fun.
I gotta get more tea.
Spoiler tea.
Yeah. Unless
Soda can I'm drinking is fucking insane.
I'm back.
You're a soda can.
Well,
'Cause,
fuck you, Nico.
Okay, I DM'd you 2 questions.
Ooh, let me see.
Mm-hmm. Because like,
Is everybody here?
I'm back.
I don't think
Yes.
Kristen's back just yet.
Christian!
Question?
'Cause-
Martha!
Martha.
Mumler.
Mum!
Mum.
My mom's in
As per order.
Hello.
Mumler.
Oh, there he is.
We also gotta get Mask back.
Who said that? Which one of you committed a sin?
Huh? Nico.
Not Pidge. Pidge has never sinned.
Pidge is blameless.
Pidge is blameless. It's
Pidge
true.
is blameless.
That's here. Okay. So, we're gonna come onto the train. And you all have been led inside. And hold on, fucking Battle Omen Doom Train, you know, going to the bottom, you're gonna
Back
walk
to
through.
this shit.
You gotta walk through the whole thing again.
Love the Battle Doom Train.
Yeah. Listen, it's very important that you walk through this entire map. This is like, honestly,
Part of
the
the
best
experience.
environmental storytelling I can have is the fact that you need to walk through Battle Omen's rumpus room every single time you come in here.
Yeah. Delilah, when she gets inside the train, immediately takes out a notepad and starts writing down things.
Graves like raises an eyebrow at that. He's kind of looking at you.
I've just never been in your train before, and I'm just taking stock of its size and what all it could carry.
I'm stealing your interior design tips, darling. Stink Manor belongs to me now.
I must say, this is positively gorgeous. I did not realize how lovely it is in here.
Battle enjoys decorating.
That doesn't surprise me too much.
Not at all.
Yeah, shall we?
Please.
My God, how big is this?
Never been on a train before?
No, this is the first time. I just really haven't left Indigo before, so I must say this is very exciting.
Well, hope you have walking heels on.
No,
Never.
because we are having an important meeting and I wanted to look nice. By the way, I did bring sandwiches if anyone wanted some.
No, I filled up on ice cream.
Dear, you do not eat ice cream for breakfast.
Oh, for breakfast? That was brunch.
That is not an excuse. Here is a sandwich and don't you dare decline it.
Faith begrudgingly eats the sandwich.
Good. You want some apple juice?
Yes, please.
Okay, there you go. Got a
Thank
little
you.
straw for you so you don't spill. Have some damn manners,
Wow.
boy!
Incredible, dude.
How about you two back there? You doing all right?
Sandra gives her a nod.
Teach just kind of shrugs at it. Yeah. Ready to get this over with, at least.
Hmm. Oh, these are cute. They have little... Delilah not knowing trains. They have baby carts.
God. That might be the most mom thing she said.
There it is.
And that is a tight competition too. But you're right.
Delilah smiles. She's like, oh my goodness, they have a whole
Jesus
family.
Christ, come on.
Greg open his mouth as though to correct you and then just closes it. Walking.
Let her have baby cards.
Has to move to the side to avoid catching horns and chandelier.
Mm-hmm.
Long sigh.
Oh.
He is used to this. This is his life.
Yes,
So I think
yes,
that this is not the meeting room then.
that is
Oh, there's plenty more train to go, Delilah.
Huh.
apologies. This room would have suited, but Bettel was invested in
And is dramatic.
the performance.
I see. Delilah looks around. This could work for a cooler train.
Graves is just watching you take notes.
Teach kind of
You know?
walks. She's been having a bit dour, a bit quiet And something kind of just suddenly hits her through all the time in here, every single time she's been in this place and everything. And she's kind of like moves up a bit. Graves,
Yes.
I suppose curiosity always strikes at the weirdest times. Why has he never gotten an actual like theater car for performances?
Delilah
But-
looks at the clearly theater car.
Like,
Budget.
ah,
I
don't-
Yeah, like
Yeah.
full honesty, that is literally the only reason why there isn't a car with the stage on it and all this other shit. Actually, oh, sorry, I'm actually completely fucking wrong about all this. There used to be a theater car.
oh,
Orbis and Bettel used to put on magic shows.
oh, so
Oh.
I see.
Damn,
So we got rid of it.
Yeah, I got rid of it. Yeah. No, that.
Babies.
Great,
I thought it
change
was-
your
I thought
answer.
it
Make
was-
it statter. Come on.
Yeah.
What is my answer then? History.
I thought it was going to be a Riviera doesn't give him budget for entertainment stuff, so
No laughs allowed in the Doom Train.
Well, I mean, if there's possible business opportunity, I think we could remedy that pretty easily.
Long exhale at that. He doesn't say anything, just keeps walking.
Bro, you gonna pop those balloons?
Yeah, he has to sidle through sideways so his horse don't catch the balloons.
This train is so inconvenient for Graves.
There's scraps of rubber on the floor. There have been casualties here previously.
Oh.
Huh. I did not realize just how much happened in this train. I mean, it's kind of silly for me not to, but
We are a large family.
well, that's nice.
He's gonna get to this door and then he's going to pause, kind of waiting for everyone to catch up. This guy peeks his head out, goes back here. Before we enter, you will hear Bettel, I have a confession to make. Bettel and I are the ones who robbed the vault.
Up here, a man is writing a letter.
Oh God, Grace teleported.
Bettel Illman sits and begins to write a letter. Dear Celithoriel, I'm writing you today with the hopes of clarifying the situation between us. I believe it is most important at this juncture to communicate one thing first and foremost, my will. Thank you for your actions on the Day of Veils from the bottom of my heart. Aza, as you call her, was a being that saved my life. Her summoning marked a turning point for the man named Bettel Illman. Using her strength, I struck back against those who wronged me. I benefited from the curse I forced her to live with. I was not single-minded, however. Aza and I spent our years trying to find ways to undo the miasma that I poured into her. I found myself wanting, as a summoner, and as a partner. He dips his quill again and continues writing with another large flourish. I've never dyed my own hands red with blood, never pulled the trigger myself. Yet still, I must believe I must own up to the weight and impact of my actions. I make no excuses. In many ways, you have saved me from her. You have saved me from the slow, agonizing process of making amends with a being who I could not do right by. You spared me that pain. As such, should I survive the coming weeks, I am more than willing to do whatever I can to make your role as both a mage and a summoner in this city more comfortable. I owe you more than I can pay back, and in many ways, you have accomplished what I could not. But the least I can offer is my aid. Should I go missing, seek out Dr. Barbados of Calamity Tempest. You will find no greater mage and no greater ally. Signed, sincerely, Bettel Illman. He finishes writing down all of this on a piece of paper, and leaves it there to be transported away at a different time, and begins to stroll almost a little jauntily, a little showily down the aisle, swaggering a little bit as he enters the car that you're all in. You all have cleared the door at this point and have a myriad of different expressions on your faces. And Bettel walks in and goes, "Hello and welcome, everyone," and then sees the expressions. You already told them, didn't you?
I did say I thought it proper to introduce it up front.
Bettel's expression falls, sours a little bit. Well, we have so very much to discuss, he says, moving in with a big smile. I'm gonna let you cook on that for a sec. Hey, Tilly.
Wow.
We're going to address you crossing the city. You
Oh, great.
you all take a hot sec, just meditate on what you're saying next. And we'll talk about what Tilly's doing really quick. Okay. So you've sort of managed to make it out of your house. And it's a funny thing. Your house seems empty, like almost devoid of life, but you're kind of used to this at this point. You head out through downtown, out through Seaside, uptown, and you start to sort of like cross. You start to actually cross the bridges. Hold on, let me put you in the right spot. No, actually, don't make it to the bridges quite yet. I'm gonna need some rolls from you pretty quick.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna figure out how this goes. Where I know there's another PC on this map, that's fine. Okay. So you're walking today because using your teleporter, especially in this state, is you decide not to risk it, is all I'm going to say. You start to come in and across, and like Mallow's sticking to you, and people seem to pass you by, but once again you feel the presence of the Forgotten still bearing down on you always. Give me a roll to die. Mallow will also make a roll to die at this point.
Okay.
Mallow's roll's pretty good, honestly. Tilly continues to never roll not fire. So Mallow does okay. She passes the first threshold. Tilly, though, it's almost like all of that conviction you had from the dream still remains wrapped around you. It drives you forwards, and you're able to easily not only project your magic cloaking outwards, you're able to direct it. The mists have never been more under your control, your beck and call. And the gaze of the creature almost seems to catch Mallow for a second, and then you are the one that wraps her up in this blanket, this aura of stealth, and you block her out.
I like to imagine that as they're going, Tilly's basically approaching this as if it's a dance, and Mallow is her partner, so she has not let go of Mallow's hand since they've left the house, basically, and she's, like, guiding her around, people like, no, don't bump into that person, watch out for that brick!
Okay. You managed to twist and turn your way through the city. You feel, damn Tilly, you're in control in this case. Then, pick one of those as your swing, and give me a roll to do also. This is more pushing back.
I see. Okay, in that case, it's gonna be this one.
Okay.
And then a roll to... do, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Yee.
Okay. So, in this case, you're not able to exactly pinpoint where the Forgotten's watching you from.
Mm-hmm.
You know she's close. You know she's like, she knows you're not in the mansion anymore. And is like, in Seaside somewhere. Okay, in Seaside somewhere. And you feel her twisting and turning her way around the district. you don't know exactly where it's coming from. You're not able to really pinpoint that in this moment, but you know she's watching you.
Okay.
But she can't find you still. Your roll to die is just too damn good. And you watch as sort of the district itself, actually, it's sort of it changes character a little bit. Hold on.
Oh, really?
You're becoming way more attuned to what's going on with this creature. Let me just map layer this. Yep,
It's
it's
shiny.
around. It's around, but you're safe. And you hold Mallow close and you keep going. Are you heading straight to the train, or are you going to stop anywhere first?
I feel like she knows she only has a certain amount of time to get from
Yeah.
Sapphire Hollow to the train, which is half far away, and she can't fuck around too much.
Yeah.
But if there's any place that's on the way and she's able to like literally just look in the window as she passed to see if like any of her loved ones are like in immediate danger for any fucking reason, she would.
Okay.
But I feel like her immediate goal is get there, pretend like it's normal.
The only place you're going by is your apartment on the way there. Like, that's the only place between you and the train station. Grapevine would require you to take a tour down Hull Street, basically, stop there, etc. Apartment's the only one that's on the way.
That is not a valid option at the current time.
Understandable.
I will not have a nice day.
You continue to move onwards and downwards. Okay. Back to the train. I think, like, I want a read of everyone's reactions right here, right now. How's everybody appraising Mr. Peacock, man?
So, while that happened, once that happened, Teach, very serious expression, just kind of looking forward. Internally, wait, what? Had absolutely no fucking idea at all.
See, that's hysterical because I know, like, you, Christian, and you, Will, have gone, it's fucking Petal.
Yeah, but Teach has no. She's just like, she does the classic cure you. Nani?
When Christian and I talked about this, I was like, it might be them. The only thing holding this theory back is there's no way Bettel would jump in a pond. He's too fancy for that. That was literally the only thing preventing me.
And then the counter argument was like, I don't know, like, he's kind of got those Phantom Thief vibes that were mentioned,
Yeah.
you know? Like,
Yeah, and we talked about it like, we'll figure it out. We'll see.
but yeah, she's just like, wait, what? Didn't you? Wait, you must have been laughing your ass off then.
That's your reaction. Fade.
So Fade probably just kind of raises an eyebrow and gets a big grin on his face. And not more like, ooh, this is an interesting development. He's not angry, really. And I'm gonna be honest, I kind of purposely didn't really try and figure it out because Fade's investment in this is like, if his thing gets out to everyone, he's not that worried about it.
He's not too worried about his.
Yeah, so he's doing this more to get like good standing with the other heads, but he's very curious about his motives.
Okay, excellent. Delilah
is a little surprised, and she looks at Graves, and she's not angry. It's more like a, come on, man. And her immediate thought is, yeah, the money's nice. Where's my book?
And then finally, Yosander.
The boy. Sander is waiting. He's waiting. He's waiting for. I mean, because he obviously knows. He knows Bettel well enough that Bettel is going to give his like big villain speech or whatever.
You feel it. You're like, yep, settle in.
He's like, I've been in this man's presence multiple times. I understand. So he's waiting because he's sure there's more than I wanted to fuck shit up, right?
Yeah. You're mentally, Sunder mentally unfolds the chair.
Yeah, Sander's just like, carry on, continue.
Bettel stops and folds his hands. Well, first things first. I should announce, first and foremost, that it was my every intention to never once confess for my sins. He tenses his hands for a second. My goal here was simply to watch Riviera burn. And then he looks across at all of you and starts to move forwards. I intended to see the families fall to pieces. But he looks over to Graves. Someone convinced me that you all are worth the conversation. That you might understand a little bit more about this city and about the mob than the other Riviera heads. So, I'm here to talk. For no reason other than his good word. He motions with his head over to Graves, actually.
Graves' eyes are closed. He just has his head bowed a little bit, like he's just letting this all wash over him.
What you call it? You, like, Graves... It's a weird thing. You get the feeling that you repeatedly bonding up with Graves over the course of this investigation maybe changed some things.
Well, and Fade both getting bond ups with him.
So he, his expression grows serious. So I wanted to talk, face to face, about what I intend for Riviera, and about what you intend for Riviera. I wanted nothing, as I said, I wanted nothing more than for it to fall to pieces. And, of course, Sonder, you know this. His favorite... yeah, of course, like, this is also... You not only like, you get a sense of like, yeah, no, this matches with this guy's thing. This is also his favorite thing, begging the question. He's hoping you ask him why he's motivated in such a way. Is anyone going to give Bettel
completely unaware of any of the grandstanding and also completely blindsided, just kind of goes, why?
Thank you for it.
Fade rolls his eyes and leans against the wall. Very comfy, everybody.
Thank you for enabling awful Peacock, man.
Fade slowly face palms.
He takes a step forward. He goes, actually, it's quite simple. Quite some time ago, I'm sure a few of you are familiar with this story, in fact. The story of how I summoned a certain legend. He pats the orb over to the side. My family, the Illman family, my mother and father, Bertrand and Isabella Illman. Of course they're named that, you think to yourself. They were... An assassination order was signed on behalf of the 3 great Riviera heads. He leans in and he looks at you, Delilah, directly. Your mother being the one who carried out the task.
Of course she did.
Well, even that isn't entirely correct. He reaches over and actually puts a hand on Graves' side. Your mother wasn't the type to get her own hands dirty. She had assassins do the job for her.
Graves' head is bowed low, and he is not looking at anyone.
This is Ire Graves, former assassin for the Deltano family, a hitman. And Delilah, as he says that, you actually remember something way the fuck back. Long time ago, you peeking around the corner, still a young child, and a gigantic form. Missing-eyed, taking orders from your mother. Graves himself, He's just a big guy. He kept his features nondescript, but something in your memory sort of sparks. Your mom had people like that. Graves wasn't the only one. If you had to guess, the Deltano family had under their employ 20 to 30 hitmen.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, they kept this city on fucking lock. And your mind sort of comes back, and you look across at Betel Ilman, who's still flashily standing there. We considered it an interesting experiment. I can't fucking find the map. There it is. We considered it an interesting experiment. Graves actually overheard you two, looking at Fade and Delilah, talking about what you'd do if you received the Iris and Testudo blackmail.
Graves is just looking at you both now like I was in the room the entire time.
We know.
And he looks at the two of you. So we made an effort to make that, should you find anything, the blackmail that you would find. I was curious what you'd do with it. And I'm curious still. With the lives of two of the head families under your control, what would you do? He says, taking a step forward.
Delilah looks at Graves, and she actually has a warm smile. I guess I could trust you then. I won't lie. I don't have some grandiose plan because I didn't expect to find only 2 pieces of blackmail. In fact, I didn't think I'd find any. If possible, the optimistic side of me, which I have been told more than once is idiotic, I would like to sit down with the heads and try to clean it up. Try to go legitimate, or as close as possible. Can we do it in a short time frame? God, no. This would take years with how dirty our hands are. But I don't think we can be something like, RNA or anything of the sort. I don't want to be. But I would love it if Riviera could be a name people could trust.
Actually, from behind, Teach kind of speaks up on her own. That was your plan? And you? Turns over to Fade.
Something along those lines, but if I'm going to be perfectly honest, well, I had a slightly alternate path than you, Delilah. It involved working with you for sure, but, well, as you know, in olden times, Riviera always had a head. A true head of all the families. That was my goal.
And
I want to change it for the better, and I don't think if one of the, no offense to you, but given your family's history, and given the history of all the the upper families past, no one in the city would trust one of them becoming the head. So why not a young blood? Why not a new up-and-coming family? Born and who knows how the people on the streets and the lower and the poor, impoverished people live.
Delilah smiles. You.
Me.
Betel lets out a fucking wicked ass laugh. He strides into the middle of the room. Here's my full intention. I still haven't been convinced that Riviera shouldn't burn. As I said, I'm willing to listen at this point. I think, as it stands now, the 3 main family names have stuck around for far too long. He turns around and takes another step backwards. My family was put to the blade because of our name, because of the art that we practiced. I was spared by simple mercy. He motions with his head over to Graves.
Graves kind of shakes his head with sort of a half smile, like this is a conversation they've had before. He talked his way into survival. I don't bear the credit.
Betel strokes his beard. And, of course, there was the 3rd piece of the puzzle that enabled me to survive. He pats the orb again. Oribus. and then stops himself. Aza. Out of desperation, I summoned a legend to save my own life. And that has characterized and recharacterized my behavior within this city. He looks at the orb. The summoning of a new legion has been arduous, but I have succeeded in the task. And then he turns back and looks at the two of you. That is unimportant. What's important right now, he takes another step forward, is that I hear exactly how and why this Riviera is worth saving. Why this institution is worth redemption and not destruction. Because let me tell you, he looks at you, Delilah. Originally, I hated your guts. But, given time, I realized that you are not your parents. He takes a step backwards. Unfortunately, all of this happened 20 years ago. The heads of the Testudo and Iris families are those who directly signed off on the order that killed my family as well. And then he focuses in on the both of you. Why do they deserve redemption?
I don't think they do deserve redemption. I think they've been given 20 years to change their course, and they have not. I won't apologize to you because that's not how I operate. But I understand that I do regret what has happened. I was not aware that my parents had... I knew they were heinous people, but I did not realize they had done that to you. If it's any consolation, one of the best days was going to their funeral.
Bettle crosses his arms and kind of smiles. I'm gonna display a health bar above his head. Hey, everybody, you remember those debate battles we had before?
Dinner time. It's
Oh
dinner time.
boy.
So, Bettle Illman will not. There is probably no way to convince him entirely that, like, oh man, Morales Testudo, that's my BFF. Fucking love her. Let her around. Be in the city. She's great. No, that's physically impossible. But as you deplete his health bar, if you manage to wound him, he will acquiesce, backpedal, etc. This is how you make progress in this. This is functionally a conflict. There ain't gonna be a turn order. It's just gonna be you guys making points, etc. Delilah, Fade, it's time to put to work those social skills you've got. I wanted to give you a good boss fight for your social side. Convince a man motivated purely by revenge. Oh right, you probably can't see his health bar. Let me make Bettle Illman controlled by everyone really fast, just so you.
I'll unlink him from his character sheet.
Thank you very much.
Let's put that up there. I don't know if that's a good enough question, but I feel like that's going to be the topic, basically.
Yeah, oh yeah, this is some intense stuff. Hey, Teach. Feel free to throw in whatever you want, whenever you want.
Absolutely. I'm ready to do that whenever.
Yeah, this is some spicy stuff.
What about Sonder, though?
Yeah.
What about Sonder?
Sonder's got a folding chair and a bucket of popcorn.
Hey, Sonder.
Hey, Sonder.
Hey, Sonder, a lot of this is sounding awfully familiar. Bettle Illman, like, almost in excruciating detail, has hired you and rehired you to look into the various Riviera family heads.
Yep, that is exactly what I was thinking. I was like, Sonder has probably heard some, like, bits and pieces of all of this.
And you're like, yeah, Peacock man, whatever.
So he's like, yeah, no, that makes sense. This is all right.
Let me make this abundantly clear. I don't think Riviera can be atoned, not fully. It's had years and years to do it, and it just hasn't at all. I might be bold of me to say, but I think I am the first and only one who has even attempted to try and steer the ship back on course. Never was.
Oh. No, you're right.
You're
right.
absolutely right.
You're
There's
in
nobody-
character.
nobody
You're in
ever.
character right now, but
Yeah.
like out of character. Ow.
Before it was a tag team.
To be fair, Delilah, the upper families are the only ones who's ever had the wheel.
Exactly. Bettel snaps his fingers and points over to Fade. The new families, I believe, were an attempt to change things in Riviera. We have the monetarily inclined Sarai Scarlatti, who I respect, but only as a businessman. And we have the Philadelphus family. I mean, looks across to you.
Warhol family, that is.
He thinks about that. I always wondered, why did you choose to not represent your own family name?
Hold on, my computer started trying to get asleep. 1 sec.
Ultimately, that's a curiosity for it. No, you go. You go.
Well, to be honest, why bother getting attached to them? They always end up leaving, going to other families. I'm the feeder. They come to me, learn the ropes, I send them to where they're needed. They don't stick around long enough to get close to me, so they don't get to stick around long enough to have earned my name.
Give me a roll to do. Add 1d6 to it, sympathy for the devil. Okay. Let me hit you with his roll to die. He's unlinked from his character sheet, so I gotta do it raw. He hears that point, and instead of like letting that get to him, he's going to use that as fuel for his argument against Delilah, actually. He oh, thank you for the duplicate battle so I can roll using his stats. You're the best.
Does Spade roll a swing at all?
Oh yeah, was that allowed to have a swing for that?
No, because you have not rolled to die versus any of his things yet. So, like,
Okay.
basically, you do get an attribute bonus to that, because you would have done that with your red, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Would that bump it to a 13?
I don't know. Let's see. Try to just roll a d6. Oh yeah, it would be a plus 30. Yeah, it would bump it to a 13.
Yes. So, in that case, it would still not be enough. It's close,
Okay.
but it's not quite enough.
He ate a sandwich earlier.
If you want to, that could equip him with a swing. That could equip him with a swing on the spot. I will flat out say that is also not factoring in Bettel's attribute bonuses. It's probably not going to go through.
And
anyway.
also, I ate the sandwich. You didn't give me a swing or number for that, so it's
Yeah, I totally forgot. That's fine. Keep going.
I'd say hold on to it for now. Let's see. And he turns towards Delilah. So, to a certain extent, I believe. I genuinely have seen you attempt to change things in Riviera. I've also seen him try to change things in Riviera. Believe it or not, I'm also trying to change things in my own way, albeit I am trying to burn it to the ground. He pats himself. I'm sorry, I'm gonna make a token layer Bettel that I can actually roll shit on. And he camera ignore the one up north. He like looks at the two of you. In both cases. Actually, I'll start with you first. He motions over to Fade. In your case, I do believe, overall, that crime is a necessity. He says, sort of opening and closing his palms. Crime is a symptom, in a lot of cases, of a society that has failed its people. If it's unable to provide, obviously the people should steal the food for themselves. The Warhol family has, especially recently, made an effort to organize those efforts. Sort of operating more clearly, quite literally organizing crime, he says, shrugging. That is the problem. And then he turns back to you, Delilah. You as well. You've made every effort to make your family squeaky clean. You've made every effort to make sure that the Deltanos do not lie. You have done so much to improve their reputations. He takes a step back. Who benefits from that? It's certainly not either of you.
I'm going to counter that argument.
Oh.
You say that. I have not told my boys what to do at all. I haven't tried to stop them. They can be cruel. They can do what they want. I try to temper what they do, but I do not care what reputation I have done for myself, not for the Warhol family. If people respect us through me, that's on them. But my boys, well, I'm not their boss, I'm not their dad. They only look up to me because they think I am. I have not told them what to do.
That's sick as hell. I'm gonna add some mechanics. First of all, Bettle with his little stab back, I am going to have him functionally make an attack against you, Fade. And then you will roll to die in response. You select a swing off of that. You know the deal.
Yeah.
So let me make sure all of his shit is correctly hooked up. The configuration is looks busted because Roll20 is fucking busted right now. So, oh, there it goes. Hold on, let me. Oh, God, why are your stats like this? Fine, sure. I guess that's what Betalilman's rocking. I input these a long time ago. Let's do it. So he's gonna select that. He's gonna select that yellow 6 off of this set attribute. Yellow 6. Here comes his big try. And let me multi-side over to his yellow so you can watch it in its full fucking glory because it's goddamn gorgeous.
Oh,
Beautiful.
beautiful.
Here. I'm just gonna put the health bar Battle over there. That way you can watch his fucking health bar go down in real time, and this is actual battle. He's going to roll to do. Give me a roll to die versus this Fade. Attribute doink doink. He has no special bonuses. That's a pretty good roll.
-4 because of that hole. God.
You rolled good. Okay.
Oh, I did not roll well.
Fade takes 7 damage, but you can select a swing off of that. If you so wish.
I'm gonna get with my yellow.
Okay. Nice. Now, you just made your point. Give me a roll to do, and this will clash.
Do I get my sympathy for the devil?
You do. Add that 1d6 to it.
Oh, it's him. Oh,
It's him. Oh. Okay. So
Reversal.
yes. That you immediately you took damage from that. You're like, damn. Who does this benefit? And you're like, fucking, I'm doing this for me. Like, you gotta realize this is me motivated. And Bettle's like, so that is 6, 7, 13, doubled, 26 damage in an instant. As Bettle goes, are you gonna knock away Bettle's swing as well?
No.
Okay. Bettle remains in his yellow stat. He looks across to you, Fade, and goes, perhaps I've actually misjudged you. I didn't realize to a certain extent you were using the mob just the same as me. I guess my question was a rhetorical one, but I was looking for a certain answer. One that you did not provide. That's my fault. He pats his chest, actually, and then looks back over to you, Fade, and there seems to be a glimmer of something in his eyes. Is that fucking respect? He called you the Philadelphus family earlier. He didn't give a shit about your family before this. But apparently, something about your personal selfishness sparked something in Bettle. You like that. And he looks over to Delilah. The statement still stands with regards to you, however. Who do you think at the end of the day benefits from you making the Deltano family look better? Certainly, the Deltanos benefit to a certain extent. Their reputation's being cleaned up. Isn't that great? He hits the side of the orb. The people who benefit are the ones who should be rightly punished. That reputation is deserved first and foremost. I think by washing it away, you're doing a disservice to the people wronged by the Deltanos. Furthermore, you're doubling down. By making the Deltanos a better figurehead, you're enabling the worst of the Iris and the Testudo. I think you're a good person, he says, taking a step forward. That's the problem. Good people are often used at the behest of those that would do wrong. He motions to himself. Look at
You
me.
think I'm not aware of that? Getting used by people? You think I haven't seen that?
he relaxes back. In this case, I'm going to roll to do versus you, and then you do your response. Well, give me a die. Oh, he's swinging.
Yeah, that looks like that stung.
No, that's stung.
Oh wow, yeah, that stung.
Oh,
that hit Delilah really bad.
yeah, Delilah, you take 7 damage. It's like, ugh, fuck, damn, okay. But now you can lock in a swing. Also, unlock your red and just roll me a d6 to see what you would have gotten. There's no way, obviously, to roll over his very good roll, but yeah.
I'll just roll a separate d6.
Yeah.
Wow.
Delilah's Delilah's like, motherfucker, I wake up every morning and think this shit. Fuck you.
That was 7 damage, yes?
Yes, that's 7 damage.
All right. Because I ate with Dario earlier and I
Yes.
got that 5 blue.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump my 5 to or my blue to a 5, and I'll
and
heal
then come
myself
back. Yeah.
to 11. I will. I need to lock in. How do I set this to a 5 now? I don't think I can change that right now.
Let me blue one.
If you in your attribute sheet, it should be in there.
Yeah.
My buttons don't. Oh, here we go. Here we
Yeah,
go. Now
no,
it's
roll
working.
20 is acting really weird right now.
No, it works now. It wasn't earlier.
Okay.
Delilah just looks him up and down. You want to know why I'm even attempting to fix this name? Because I'm stuck with it! I didn't choose to be a part of the Deltano family. I didn't even want to be the head of the Deltano family. But guess what? When my sister died, I did that to her out of respect. And I saw an opportunity to try and fix any amount of this city. And more importantly, Riviera, and maybe even myself. I have been used more than once. Someone tried to use me to get to the top. Okay? So, can I fix Riviera? No. Should I fix the Deltano name? If I'm stuck with it, yeah, I think I'm gonna try. Because if I want to even be somewhat legitimate after all this is said and done, I need to fix the name. But there's another option, dear. I don't have to be a Deltano anymore.
Holy shit, roll to do right now, roll to do right now. Oh boy, okay. And then his die. Okay. Oh fuck, okay, he did bad. Fuck, you say I don't have to be a Deltano anymore, and then he swaps to red, and he looks fucking shocked to his core at that. That's... he pauses, he thinks, he looks back. There's no way. I don't believe you. You're not telling the truth.
Dear, I've said for years that Deltanos never lie, but I might have been lying myself, unfortunately. I don't lie.
Give me another roll. Another roll to do. Fuck yeah, okay.
That should be a +4 on that. It didn't say that it's a
Oh, it didn't
5.
say that it's higher. Oh, okay. Regardless, he's taking a wound in that case. He's gonna go perp now. Okay. So Bettel is going to take his first wound, and then his gift.
So both of those should have been 10 altogether.
10 and 10. Okay, so he wounds out one of his dice, and he goes back up to 30 as per one of his gifts.
And would I also add socialite to this?
You would, yes. So that would be
plus 2 to
12
both
and
of
12,
yeah.
24.
Yep.
Okay, so he buckles actually for a moment, and you feel like those words actually get through to him. You kind of caught him in his own logical contradiction. Earlier, he asserted, you tell the truth, and that's sort of a problem. And that caught you. You're basically a front. You're being used as a patsy for a lot worse people. But in order for that point to hold any fucking weight, he has to acknowledge that you tell the truth. So, as you drive this forward and say, I'm not going to be a Deltano anymore, his disbelief is like, obviously you're fucking with me, right? You're pulling my leg. But it's built on that earlier precedent, and that point strikes home. He goes quiet for a second. You manage to wound him once, and his conditions actually change for this combat.
Dear,
Hey,
if
Jay,
it-
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
there's a moment of silence that Cena falls, and obviously Ilman is feeling, or just falls back in that point. I think Teach will kind of call out to him, "Hey, Ilman,
Yes.
I'm starting to get the impression that you're into theatrics, but
Across and over to you.
But cutting through that for a second, did you read what was in that evidence before you put it away somewhere?"
Yes, yes I did.
Why don't you share that then?
Which one? There's so much. And then he stops and looks at Fade and reaches into his coat pocket and picks out a fucking, like, manila folder equivalent and whips it over to you, Fade.
What's that?
My secret.
Ah,
What I put in the vault.
wow, it's a folder. Okay.
Who says secrets have, Who says big secrets need to come in big packages?
She turns back again. Well, you said she wanted to talk with the family, get things fixed up. Why don't you talk about what they've done?
Okay. He loosens himself up. He looks at Delilah again. When you said you were going to get rid of your name, that resounded with me in particular, because as I said, my family nearly faced its end because of our name. Ilman was a cursed title. Have you wondered even for a second why all of the Riviera families seem to possess mages of high caliber? It isn't the case currently, but when it came to magic, when it came to the mystic arts, there was a rivalry that existed for quite some time. He waves his hand a little bit. I'm unsure of how the Iris family factors into the rivalry, but it seems like they were perfectly willing to jump on board. The Ilman family were longtime rivals, both the Testudos and the Deltanos. We practiced an art that enabled familiars to be summoned by normal people. That was considered to be too dangerous to be let out into the public. He looks back to the orb. As such, our family was decided to be erased. Our magic art was not considered entirely correct. He looks over to you, Delilah. But an interesting magical quirk has developed in you as well, hasn't it? Quite the oddity. She takes another step forward. What did your parents think of your gift? And then he turns back over to Teach. Trust me, we'll be getting to the crime soon. And then flashes you a big toothy smile.
She's just kind of like, oh, okay.
There's an order to things.
Well, for one. And she makes it so that really the only people that see are in front of her, so Teach and Sonder don't really see. They appreciated I could hide my true self. But more importantly, they thought there was great opportunity in how I could hide things for them. Unfortunately, I'm an honest soul. And they hated that so much. And they were ecstatic when I damn near broke 24 years ago. But I did not buckle.
He hears that out and and stoically nods, takes a step backwards. Then they were fools. And he looks back and around the group. The talent that you possess is one that would have served Riviera exceedingly well. A shame that they decided to not encourage it, but instead stifle it. But that, unfortunately, was the way of your parents, he says with a pained smile. The crimes they committed. The Deltano family in particular. I can speak to a few chapters of killings, but they lose relevancy as time goes on. The most relevant ones Or, of course, he cites his fucking parents' names. You're understanding Battle more and more by the moment. But as well, there was the intentional killing. He looks across. There was the intentional killing of a man named Takakawa Mori. Have you wondered exactly why your monopoly is so powerful? It's because during the time that Diana Deltano was in control of the family, she thought it would be a wise idea to eliminate competition. The Kawamori family were focused primarily on imports back then, trading. The Deltano monopoly was built of fear and blood. Takakawa Mori was borderline a hero for the 13th Ward. Him being shot to death resulted in the current prosperity the Deltano family enjoys. No Raujin exports could be properly organized with the Kawamori family sent into disarray. They had to send in a new magistrate from afar who's doing his best to manage things, but the damage was dealt already. That is the primary crime, he says, looking back and over to Teach, of the Deltano family, currently. If that got out to the public, I think there would be something of a war in the city. And he looks back and across to you, Delilah. That, however, is not something that you did. Just another blight on the name. He focuses on saying the name again, as if he's internalized your earlier point to a certain extent, Delilah. He then looks back over to Fade. I have no idea what that is. He says, motioning over to the folder again.
You didn't even read it? I'm surprised.
I read it, I don't understand it. Why is that blackmail? Why would that be in the vault?
Now, did he buy that, or is that how many he made?
Oh, you'll have to
That's
ask
for me to
him.
know and you to find out.
You sick fuck!
Blackmail? Well, like you said, names unfortunately have power, and if this got out, it would be quite damaging, I would say.
He just quietly nods and looks over at you and shakes his head. Like, it's a funny thing. Betalilman seems to have a good control of the situation. Fade, much like wiggling under Galav's punch earlier, you continue to wiggle under this man's stern gaze. Alright, I gotta reselect this. He looks over to you, Teach. You're friends with Illyria Testudo, correct?
I am.
The recovered records in the Testudo blackmail. It's mostly related to it's quite literally blackmail for other people. Extensive medical records that could be used to manipulate different officials in different areas. It's extremely unsightly, he says with sort of a wince.
She actually thinks about that a bit. Oh, that was all?
What do you mean that was all?
Oh, you don't know?
You gotta look surprised at you, Teach.
When you had said you wanted to burn Riviera to the ground, I thought you might know about that.
About what?
She kind of thinks of it. She's like, huh, I guess he doesn't like theatrics when it's not him. Okay, fine. She then kind of like settles her head a bit, and then...
Well, no, Teach. Teach, you have to understand something about Betalilman. When he's on the defensive, and when he's losing, his entire body shakes and quivers. You don't know if that's honesty or still theatrics, but like... You going into like, oh, you don't know, huh? Is like, he's like genuinely doing like a what?
She kind of like, okay, well then, She moves a bit to the side so she actually gets a bit more in eyesight with him. Those medical records. They're about blackmail, etc., but that's all they mention. They don't talk about what kind of medical practices the Testudo family has committed.
They use alchemy of some variety. I'm an alchemist myself, but there's nothing. It's all boilerplate stuff. He looks across. These records would be incredibly damning, specifically because of RNA's stance on medicine and medical research. Honestly, compromising doctor-patient integrity is a serious crime.
Well, they've compromised that for far worse reasons. She kind of holds herself for a moment there and looks around, realizing she's gotten fired up, and then she kind of looks across the room a bit and realizes who she's talking to and stuff like that. And she sort of thinks for a moment. Fine. And she resolves something. It takes a moment, but she decides to speak, and... Ilman.
Yes?
You were a subfamily of the Testudo, correct?
Yes.
Illyria came here to learn and train and to figure out how to learn more summoning.
Yes.
Do you ever wonder why she left her family? Especially when she would do such great degree to actually help them in a time when her grandmother ended up falling sick.
He kind of shrugs. I didn't ask. That was her business. When it comes to matters of Riviera, I simply smile and nod. I don't dig very deep.
She kind of stops. It's because at the core of it, Illyria has one part of her she holds very severe. Treatment of others, especially in terms of medical practices. She very much dislikes having to hurt people. It's sort of a queasy reaction she has. And one day, when I was teaching lessons to her, she finally broke. Having no one to talk to, she told me. You know what she told me? Ilman, genetic modification.
He sort of tilts his head.
The Testudos. I'm not a doctor. I don't exactly understand how it works. But by the sign of what I've seen with alchemy and everything along the lines of it, Morales Testudo and many people in her family, many of the doctors in the inner circle who understand this stuff, were allowed to stay in the loop. They, countless times, without the consent of any of their patients, gone in and made changes by going in and placing certain chemicals and modifications in people's bodies. They could cause any amount of reactions, etc., at a complete whim of their own. All it take is a flower, or any sort of incense. This you could use for assassination, making people sleep, adjusting people's brain chemicals, anything you really wanted to, so long as alchemy allowed it to be the case. This is something they've done for years, long before now. As far as I'm concerned, they've kept doing it.
Betalilman's expression just fucking freezes. Literally all of the theatrics flow out from him.
And
that's horrendous.
And she kind of turns over to Delilah and then kind of looks at Fade and then looks back directly at Ilman. And if there's any diplomacy, no matter how much anyone comes back, and no matter how much the family changes, without an outright war, those people won't be punished. It would take down the family if they were.
I didn't know that.
They've been experimenting on people with alchemy?
She kind of turns around. How much of you go to... though? How much of you have Testudo clinic visits?
Bettel kind of nervously, nods.
Yeah, well, I've had a few myself. I stopped going, obviously, after I had... Obviously, it's a little hard, though, because at the end of the day, she kind of Gets a little bit of a sick smile there. Fate, it's the first time you see her smile. It's not a pretty sight. As she almost looks directly across. After all, they provide free healthcare for the city. What's someone who has such critical conditions like myself supposed to do? Pay out of pocket for it myself? Oh, but I'm sure I'm in a good state. After all, she likes me. Great friends with her daughter, after all. I'm sure there's tons of people not like me, though. Maybe someone who's done something wrong. Someone who might at some point have a risk, but also had some sort of medical condition they couldn't control.
He kind of looks down, a little horrified.
And now I've said it. And if that gets out, I'm probably gonna take a long nap. I mean that literally. Putting people into comas is one of the most common uses I've seen, or at least one of the worst.
Well, Delilah turns to Ilman. If it's any consolation, that's one less person I think we should try to redeem.
He just quietly nods along with you. Like, it's funny, before there was an exchange of ideals, there was you trying to draw yourself to a similar conclusion. This, though, this is like a, well, I think she has to go.
Martha, do they happen to keep track of what they've done to people? Because
She kind of looks.
I've brought Doris there more than once.
She kind of looks on over to Ilman. Well, if it's not in the blackmail, guess it's kept even closer to home.
I mean, Delilah actually probably has the blackmail.
She does, yes.
Delilah immediately pulls it out and she is flipping through. She doesn't give a shit about any other name but Doris.
Oh, you flip through and yeah, Doris has been there once or twice. But
does it have any details of...
It has no details related to like some flower manipulation.
And
just medical records.
kind of capitalizing on that silence again, she looks over, and that's all I know from Testo. Never heard much about what the Iris family does, though I have noticed that, well, they handle property, right?
Yes, they handle property. I'm gonna mark a wound off of Battle Ilman immediately.
Fantastic. Well, notice them buying up a bunch of empty houses. Probably to keep their market shares okay. Who knows?
That's right. And Battle, as he like, you hear the full crimes of the Testudo family, and you're like, oh god, holy shit. And Battle seems at a loss, but you bring up the Iris family, and he goes, yes, the Iris family, on the other hand, is very public about what they do. There's little confusion about the crimes that they commit. Yes, they buy up properties and they use underhanded means to acquire those properties. They smuggle, no one knows their roots. But for the most part, that's the extent of it. He's having trouble collecting his thoughts actually on this front. And it's a funny thing. Teach, give me a roll to die.
Alright, we'll do. Let's see. Oh, wow.
Unwound that shit. Yeah, unwound all that shit.
It's been a lot of sessions. Okay.
You still have one of those wounded.
Oh, okay.
I can warn you.
Which one? I think Arch was supposed to decide.
Yeah, you're still gonna have, you were gonna unwound which one on your own, and then Arch was gonna pick one.
I think he was gonna unwound red.
She's gonna unwound blue.
Okay.
Actually, no, she's unwounding yellow.
Alright, cool.
All about that tactical
Excellent.
timing.
That's perfect. Alright, I'll try rolling again.
Oh boy, okay.
That makes sense.
What are you locking at?
Let's do that one.
10, okay. It's funny. You pick up something odd about Battle. Like, odder than this entire thing has been so far. It's like he's having trouble wrapping his head around what he's supposed to tell you with the Iris family.
She stops. And what's the matter?
No, that's it. It's just most people already know what's happened with the Iris family. Believe it or not, they have very few secrets. I think there's probably been a killing once or twice over the years, but for the most part, they relied on the Deltano family to be their muscle. Unusual acquisitions. He's like mumbling to himself. He seems to be tracing off, and then he looks over to you, Delilah. I handed you the blackmail, right?
Well, I mean, we found the Testudo and Iris families, but not the Deltano.
He takes a step forward and actually, as a move of solidarity, he actually pulls out the Deltano blackmail and just fucking hands it to you. Just pats it right over in your hand. I'm sure you know the weight of this already, etc., etc. He says, taking a step backwards. And then looks at you again. The Iris blackmail, though. I don't think I've ever opened that one.
You haven't opened it?
I don't think I opened it, he says, sort of shaking his head slightly.
Well, there's no time like the present to fully understand what they've done. And Delilah, she's holding the Deltano blackmail, and she like her hand is shaking looking at that, and she shakes her head and puts it under her arm and pulls out the Iris blackmail.
You reach down to that Iris blackmail, and you open it. And Sonder, hey, you in particular, your eyes are drawn to that shit immediately. Give me a roll to die.
Okay, here we go. Boop, boop, boop. Roll to die. All of them.
Oh.
Ugh.
$90,000 in furry commissions.
Holy
Jean
shit.
Mirage's true secret.
He paid me well, Delilah.
Holy shit.
Everyone knows I'm an artist, but what kind of artist?
Actually, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to consult the snack pack for a second.
Yeah, I think you can consult the snack pack at this point.
The snack pack. He's gonna eat the Von Bond.
Rest in peace,
You
Ron.
monster!
You didn't even
You're a
hesitate.
fucking beast!
Nico's can't exist specifically despite people that care about Sonder.
Never mind. Doesn't matter.
What are you locking in? It does, actually.
Oh, it does? Well, considering the state of things.
Oh boy, you do manage to beat that 10 with the black equipped, so,
He will,
this happens
accordingly.
immediately. Okay. And then we're gonna immediately check in on Tilly after this because it's very important. Hold on, I gotta type something very fast.
Oh boy.
How you guys doing?
I have a suspicion, but
Okay.
we'll see.
You start to pull out the papers, and you're looking at them, and Saunders just like over your shoulder, immediately hulking, big, looking down at you, like he's reading along almost immediately.
He does not respond. His eyes focused on the papers.
It's literally just a bundle of papers. It's not a very interesting one either. Like it's properties. It's like what you expected. Delilah, also give me a roll to die.
Sure. My red is still out, I presume.
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna keep my blue. So, boop. Oh, why did that not lock my red? Okay, well, -6 on that.
Okay. Let me see. -6. You're still. Are you locking in blue off of that?
Yeah, why is my blue only a... No, it's a 4. Why is it...
It might be fucking up because roll 20s, you know.
Okay.
Throwing a fit. Do me a favor, drop, reroll, like just give me a fresh one.
Yeah, okay.
Pretty
Drops-
fucking good. I don't want to cheat you out of that.
I mean, well, it's just...
Yeah, let's see. Okay, that's still pretty good. So especially if you like lock in your blue or something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that brings you up to a pretty good level. Hey Fade.
Yeah.
Also give me a roll to die.
Boop. 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 Boop.
Ooh. Okay. What are you locking in?
Boop.
Okay. And finally teach Clash with me.
Ah, okay.
You got
Wait,
lights?
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah, let's do that.
hold on,
Okay.
Jay. Given the situation, boop.
Let me swap it over.
I got it.
Hey!
Ooh, not shabby.
Hey!
That's not bad at all.
Well, now we got to see what it rolls.
Okay, so it's gonna roll this. This isn't the highest skill challenge in the world. So I've come up with more of a rubric for skill challenges. I'll explain it with the next update, etc. But basically, this is a normal challenge. So it's a 3 plus another 3 on a d20 die.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so in this case, Teach, you would take 12 damage.
Damn, okay.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, you all get to roll this. Do Battle Element or Graves get you? Nope, they don't have any ties to this. That sucks. Okay, they're just chilling. So, you pop open the papers and you start to look through them. What's this Iris family blackmail? The Testudo blackmail is genuinely the most horrifying thing you've heard in your life. What the fuck could be the Iris family blackmail? And piecing through it, it's nothing. It's damn near nothing. But you all look, and you each get something different from this. Delilah, first and foremost, these properties that he's buying up. Why are these ones separate or special or different? Why are these ones different than the other one? They're around actually where you used to live. Around the Deltano Manor. Not the same block, but like a block or two away. You bought up property after property, almost forming a wall. Fade.
Mm-hmm.
Jean Mirage is purchased literally where you grew up. The area that's sort of off by the docks, it's abandoned now, but he bought every single building in that city block range. And you remember that place. It originally started off as big and open and cobblestone streets, but it was rapidly paved and building after building was erected, almost in so tight a net you could barely squeeze through. Teach. Your head hurts immediately. It starts fucking stinging. It hurts so bad for some reason to recognize these papers. This is where you take the 12 damage from. As a presence starts to resound within your own head like a sickening headache. Finally, Sonder.
Hello.
Sonder, you zero in on this shit almost fucking immediately. You look down at the papers and you see written across the surface of it in various fucking runic inks, visible immediately to your goddamn special eyes. Special eyes. This is meant to contain something. This is meant to hide something away. We're gonna go over to Tilly now. We're gonna go over to Tilly immediately. Tilly, you're making your way through the city.
What a lovely day! I'm having a walk with my favorite cousin. I hope nothing bad is happening to my coworker.
You're having a pretty good walk with your cousin. You guys, oh god, okay, it's happening like this. You guys make your way over to... Okay, it's happening in this order. Sorry, my brain's catching up with the course.
No, you do you, man. You do you.
Yeah.
This is gonna be very Tilly centric now. you start to make your way over, and you're on that same bridge that Teach was, and like you can feel the presence of the Forgotten still watching, still taking every single step. Like, okay, you motherfucker, I know you know the name Letitia. Like, where are you? But you play it very safe. And you make it to the bridge. The train station's pretty much in sight, and you feel that presence stop watching you. You feel like you just drop off of its radar completely, and you feel the eye reel in a different direction. It changes position and instead focuses its gaze somewhere else. I'm going to it's time to reveal the last condition of the Forgotten. Here we go. Forgotten's rules. Here's the last one. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, I only copied one part of it, but you know what? I think it gets the point correct.
Oh my god!
Priority 1. The reason that only Tilly could truly collect the Iris family blackmail comes to light, and this thing's head reels and turns towards the train. Tilly, you know you're safe right now.
Something is wrong. Hello. We need to hurry. I think we need to go. We need to hurry faster.
Okay, let's go.
She's like breathing heavily. She feels as if she should be relieved now that this oppressive stare has left her, but it's more a sense of urgency.
Yeah,
it's that sense of you've missed that step as you're walking up the stairs.
Oh my god. Okay. Fuck, okay, the next bit. I'm gonna call a 5-minute break, and then we're gonna pick up Tilly. I need to talk to my GMs.
Have fun.
Oh boy, okay, yeah, let me know when you guys are good. This is fun. I'll be over in secret chat.
There you go.
Sure. can't
Oh, you're
level up
back.
right now. It's
Welcome
too
back.
much.
Back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I still owe you guys gift level ups. I've got to prep a little bit, but yeah, we talked about what's happening in this moment.
Everyone dies. The end.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
I've got a DM.
Yeah, give him 5. So
Yeah, we
minus-
do need a hot minute to set things up. So
Yeah, you're good.
Get it?
if
Bathroom,
anybody
get
needs
water.
a drink or anything like that,
Yeah.
feel free to grab it now.
I'm gonna go stand outside and breathe in outdoor air.
Good
Smart.
idea. Good,
Very
good
bad.
thought.
I'm just gonna eat some Pringles.
Oh, that sounds excellent, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go get a popsicle.
Got the best flavor too, sour cream and onion. There's no other Pringle.
Oh, hell yes, those are excellent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's hilarious is Pringles are the one chip that contains wheat.
Really?
Huh.
Yeah, I assume to keep them glued in the parabola shape.
Yeah,
Oh.
and that was also because like something's weird with Pringles that it's like not even fully
Potato.
potatoes. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like something's wrong with them.
It's a compote.
They make them in paper factories, last I heard.
Yeah, no, something is wrong with Pringles. I don't remember what it is specifically. It's like not just diced up potatoes. It's like the goo of potatoes or some shit. I don't remember what it is. It's like
much.
yeah, Pringles are bad. No, they're well. Let me rephrase that. Pringles are tasty, but the way they're made is not correct.
Yes, that is a more accurate description of Pringle.
Other potato products are available.
Mhm, mhm.
The worst sponsorship anyone ever paid for. Pringles, they're wrong.
Pringles, other potato products are available.
I believe that's a Britain thing. At least that's the only place I've seen it.
I'm really happy with the possibility that like Petal Element was just like, yeah, we'll burn it to the ground. And as we learn more, the people that he was going to try and convince for that are like, I mean, we can burn it a little.
Yeah, he's like, I think there was that quiet moment of like, oh shit, where he's like, I think Bettel had a weird reaction where he was doing this entirely for revenge at first, and then like, at one point he's just like, dude, that's kind of fucked up. We're like, he was so ready to just be resolved and revengey, but like, I think he had a very real moment of like,
wait, am I
Man.
actually the good guy? Like, for real though?
Wait, can I have the high ground?
what? Like, wait, what?
Yeah, I think Delilah's still the brain space of like Riviera is bad, but it has too many good resources and has too much power for it to just disappear for there to be no consequence.
There's like, I think you guys will more or less have a chance to literally pick up your discussion exactly where you were, because like, I think at this point, like, there was with the teach bomb that she dropped, everyone's like, whoa. Yeah, that has to stop. Like, that shit gotta go. But
Goodbye.
like, the rest of it's like, okay.
It's popsicle.
Let me see. There's still a lot to talk about.
Hey, popsicle.
Popsicle.
Okay, Nico.
Strawberries and cream.
Ooh.
I would get
Oh.
some ice cream, but it's gonna make my teeth real angy, and I'm gonna get chilly, and I'm just gonna sit here and be like, guys, guess
Yeah.
what? It's really foggy outside right now.
Oh,
Uh,
very good.
I know I just plussed in the chat, but I'm going to minus again because I need to refill my water, I realized.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, I'm
no.
gonna use the bathroom and
Plus.
stuff.
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, BRB.
I will plus in chat. There it is. I did it.
You have my plus
Excellent.
and the chat.
I like how surprised chat gets every time Sonder eats a bond.
I like how it is functioning exactly as intended. Where everybody's just like, God, no, don't.
Demon.
Holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna use the bathroom.
Here's the bond. It's gone now.
Do.
You have to look at the snack pack. What's left in there?
Who can you eat still?
The funniest ones are the ones that are left.
Fade. Munch, munch.
Delicious cat hair.
Dun 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 dun.
Doop, doop.
Actions have consequences.
Only some of the time, but this is one of those times.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We're fucking it.
We're fucking it.
Hello, Chico.
Cat.
I'm going to poke your little paws.
Poke.
Chico doesn't like when he gets his paws touched, but he does like to place one single paw upon me.
For you to touch.
Alucard will lose his mind if you touch his paws.
He just
His
like
back
pulls them
paws.
under him. He pulls his paws under him for safety
Hmm.
to escape your fingies.
Oh, I
He
should
is
put a plus
local.
in.
I am still plussed.
Ding, 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 ding.
This is my favorite of the suspense tracks, because sometimes it's used seriously, and other times it's used when someone's saying something very dumb.
Yeah.
Oh boy, okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
So,
Question.
Hello.
hello. I realized there are some small maintenance things that I had to do because y'all were in weird colors.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, in this case, Delilah roll to die. Oh yeah, no, I'll drop you guys pogs on this map.
Yeah.
I've gotta figure some stuff out about how
Should
you.
I drop my swing?
No, you can stick with what you got. Give you a Delilah Deltano. There you go.
Okay.
Ignore the fact that she's big.
Also, I've
I'm seeing things.
I've brought my conversation at this, or my socialite thing at this point, because I'm like, we're clearly more or less on the same page, and I
Yeah.
don't need to verbally destroy you. So,
Give a roll to die. Okay.
okay.
That's good. I got a GM roll something. Okay.
Red, why didn't you roll just a little bit?
Yep. Okay. That's fine. Bettle gets to roll. That's pretty good.
What a lovely shade of purple.
I love it. Okay.
Bettle, if I get bopped super hard and you don't, I'm gonna be upset that I was off by one.
Graves next.
Oh boy. I'm sure this will go well. I'm
Dunk.
famous for high numbers.
You are.
No. you can
Oh,
do it.
Graves. Okay, so those are
Well,
the,
if I bought.
Buddy.
those are the three people who rolled to die.
Mm.
Now on to the clashers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Son.
Saunders.
The Sondai.
Versus Sonder.
Give me a roll to do, Sonder, versus a GM
Roll
roll to do.
to do. Boop. Boop. Boop.
Okay. Versus their roll to do. Okay. Okay. Give me another one.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Boop. Boop. Boop.
And
Oh.
Okay. That's good actually. We're gonna end yours there.
Was it funny?
It was very funny.
That's all I care about.
Listen, I respect you. Teach.
Okay. What we doing?
You're doing a roll to do. You're clashing.
Okay. Let's give this another try. Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, Teach.
Fantastic.
Oh, that's about right. Let me hit in this GM roll. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, Peach, you're done.
Yeah.
Ah,
I think I've done in more than a few ways.
Fade. Last one. Last but not least, give me that clash.
Wait, did Sonder escalate?
Don't worry about it,
Do I get,
Sander.
do I get any bonuses?
No. In this instance, nothing can
Okay.
protect.
That's what I
Only Tilly would get bonuses versus this. Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's a good number.
Mr. Philadelphia.
Mr. Philadelphus, actually.
Now that I've got my furry porn back in my hands, I'm unstoppable.
Now that you know my dark secret.
There we go. Okay.
There's no
I
way.
have the money and the art.
Okay. Then we can go to, let me go to, go to the train again. Okay, so I've gotta figure out one thing, just how this interacts with one of you. I think it's fine as is. Okay. We're going.
I am scared.
We're gonna go to the train.
We are fear.
Yay, trains.
I'm mostly afraid because I think Thunder escalated, and that terrifies me.
Oh,
Don't worry about it. No, we're just gonna go down here really quick.
Papa!
Where am I?
So, Tilly. Tilly, you make it to the train. You catch up with it.
Sure is purple still. Okay, we are running mellow.
Okay.
Can I get a vibe check from the train? Like, is she able to sense that there's something off here?
Yeah, the Forgotten's attention was solely on this train a second ago. Then it left for somewhere else almost immediately. Like
Oh.
it booked it elsewhere very fast, actually. It's not even on this side of the city anymore.
Oh my god, how is it that fast? Girl got
It's
fucking legs
so
for days.
fucking fast. And you come in, and you see someone with a gun in his hand and something else pressed to his chest.
This guy starts to walk out, and then he turns around and looks at the group and goes, "Get the engine going. Get the train out of the city."
They
So unlock him.
Yeah, these two actually start to run in and they move past you. Your barrier's still up, Tilly. I dragged it by accident. The man is under it, I'm sorry.
I see.
They start to sprint like out and around you, and you notice actually a little bit of flair running between their fingers. There's a little bit of that Irish family magic in these two. There's actually a whir. And the train, specially modified to it's sort of powered to a certain extent by magic because they assumed magic would always be on hand, some sort of material manipulating magic. These two get to work, and actually the train begins to roar and move itself out of the city a little bit.
John Mirage keeps moving down. He does not hear or see you. Ooh. Are you gonna move out of the way, or are you gonna stand?
She will go to the side slightly because he's got a gun.
Yeah.
She ushers Mallow to the side a bit.
Mallow scoots.
And that's the end of the train there, right? And the train is moving.
The train has started to move, yes.
Does he look like he's trying to leave the train?
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck? You're gonna break your old man legs. You're gonna break your Irish kneecap.
Your glass meat.
Okay. Oh boy. Oh gee. Oh boy. Oh wow. What the fuck, you guys? I don't think she knows what to do. Like,
no.
She knows that he won't be able to see her either.
Yeah. You could potentially you could try to be seen, I guess. That's an option.
What is she able to see when she looks down the other way?
You look down and the train actually seems extremely quiet at this point. It seems like an utter silence has fallen over the rest of the train.
Okay. In that case, she will call out to him.
Papa?
And with that,
He stops and he turns around to see where the voice is coming from. Do you still have the mist up?
For now, yes.
okay.
He hears you and turns around and he just says, Tulu. You hear, like, a weird sound in the back of his voice. Is that you?
Yes, Papa, I'm here. What are you doing here?
Suppose I should be asking you that instead, Tulu. He kind of, like, grips the folder that he's holding.
What have you done?
You can tell he's actually kind of, he like kind of glances around the room trying to see where you are, but then it almost kind of hits him what's happening right now. Says, all I did, Tilly, was reclaim what I needed.
I don't understand. Why are you here right now?
You say that to him, and he kind of puzzled. He thinks to that a little bit, and he feels like he already answered that for you. However, and he tries to contextualize it a little. I personally had already figured out just a mere few days ago that the Omen were up to this. Only people left, so I decided to come here. Just so happened that the others were here as well.
She snaps her head up and looks back behind her.
What did you do? Did you hurt them?
No, I did not. He kind of like looks back. I did not lay a single hand on them. Now, Tilly, what? I must ask, why did you come here?
I was supposed to be here. That was what you told me to do. You told me to investigate, remember?
You say that to him, and he thinks to himself, who told you to come here?
Did you forget even that?
No. I know that I told you to investigate, but who told you to come here? Was it one of those others in the team? Was it Ilman? Was it someone else?
Why?
Because I would like to know who would decide to put my daughter in such danger.
You did. By asking me to do this in the first place.
Ooh. Tilly, hit me with a roll to do.
Oh, I'm keeping that swing.
Ooh, give me that roll to die.
Yep, he's gonna roll to die. And he's oh boy. You know what? He's gonna lock in this one. You still beat him nonetheless, though. You say that, and you feel like you just pulled out a corporeal knife and stabbed him in the chest with it. He kind of almost reels back a little. That is 6 damage to him.
That's 6 damage to Jean Mirage.
You say that, and he kind of looks. Tilly, please show yourself to me.
Why? What good would it do?
I'd like to at least look you in the eyes right now.
I don't know if I can.
Why not?
I feel like something has changed. I feel it might only make it worse if I tried to.
You say that, and he's actually going to roll the die again. You don't need to roll do against this though. You see, he's going to lock in yellow. He thinks about what you just said there for a second. Totally. Is there something after you?
Why?
Answer the question, please.
I don't think there is right now.
That means there's something that was, though. You hear his voice is starting to almost like boil up a little.
What would you do to that thing if there was something following me?
Oh boy. He thinks on that one, actually.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna drop his swing right now.
Oh yeah, Tilly is like squeezing onto Mallow's hand.
Mallow is
probably hurting her
hugging
a little bit.
I didn't want to interrupt. Mallow is hugging you probably like borderline uncomfortably tight.
Yeah.
He thinks to himself, then I guess I'd have to go and stop it.
Like you did to Maurice?
He... Oh boy.
Hey, I think that might be a time for another roll to do, huh?
Yes.
Tilly just here.
How am I supposed to do what needs to be done if you kill me first?
Hit him
On
with...
today of all days.
Hit him
Jesus,
with
Dad.
a good old-fashioned roll to do.
Oh my god! Fucking dad rage exploding.
Okay.
Holy crap, no Tilly!
That is 12 damage to John Mirage instantly. He almost kind of grips everything in his hand way tighter than before, even though he was already gripping with all of his Irish family rage. And
his shiny back spines start to protrude.
Yeah, he just continues to stare off into this empty room to him, and he actually turns around these two guys who are revving up the engines, and he just goes, "Leave."
They stop. We're not taking him out of the city anymore.
Leave.
They get like his eyes crack open for half of an instant as he says that, and both of them fucking vanish. You have never seen two people run as fast in your entire life.
He turns around and looks at this empty room. Tilly, how do you know about that?
I know about all of the things that I should have forgotten.
Oh boy. You say that, and you see your father's eyes crack open ever so slightly for the... You realize you haven't seen John Mirage's eyes open in a long time. And his eyes just slightly crack open just a little bit, and you see an almost spark appear, and it quickly disappears. He goes, I see. You've been in contact with her, haven't you? She's gotten to you too. He takes a step back. What did she tell you? What did she show you?
I'm still here. I've always been here. Does it matter what I know now?
Tilly, please tell me what she showed you.
She showed me who she was. To me and to the rest of the family. And that she was important.
He can, you can feel a pressure suddenly growing in the room a little bit as something begins to twist and turn a little. Tilly, you do not even begin to understand what that person has done to us recently. He continues to take another step back. Whatever you do, Tilly, please promise me you will not contact that person again.
Why?
Why?
Who will it hurt?
Oh boy. Give me another roll to do now.
Click, please. Click, please. Merci. Merci.
Oh my god, you beat him by 1.
He rolls almost maximum every single time, and then Tilly rolls better somehow. I have no idea. What the fuck is
That
this?
is another 12 damage. I think he's a hair away from taking a wound, actually.
Yeah, no, 12, 24, 6. That's 30. He's taking 30.
Oh, he's taken the wound, I see.
Yeah, he sure has.
Yeah, sure, I'm gonna wound something really quick. Let's say Blue. That's been wounded now. You say that, and he understands that you don't understand what you saying that means to him, but it almost seems like he's been offended in this one moment. He goes, Chantilly, have you not realized something recently in our home? Have you not noticed? He like, you feel it, even though he can't see you, you can feel as if his like stare is just stabbing right through you. Have you not noticed that Dior has been gone for the past week?
Of course I have. I had assumed that was you.
I would.
Because you've been doing an awful job of protecting us.
Oh boy. You say that to him, and once again, his red stat activates once again. I'm gonna roll the die for it. Yep, his red stat goes off once again. Tilly, I can absolutely swear to you that everything I have done these past 2 years has been to make sure that you, Dior, and everyone else in our household can remain at their utmost safety. He clenches it tightly. But she has decided to take away him. If I did not get this back, she would continue to take away more and more of you. You're starting to feel something. Give me a roll to die.
Okay.
Okay. He's gonna roll do, but this is not for damage. I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
Tilly big rolls. Jump rush! The Irish family bloodline!
He sits there and he steels himself for a second. You can feel as if something's about to bubble over in him. And then he just steals it back down and goes, no, I see. Tilly. You've seen Primo recently, haven't you?
Yes.
You feel the aura in the room completely just dip down heavily. Stay away from Prima Donna. Please. For the time being, for now, just stay away from her. You feel something kind of bubbling over. I'm going to leave now, and I would hope to see you back home soon.
No! You don't get to act like this!
He turns around and just stares out into the empty void.
You don't get to come in here, asking me all of these questions, treating me like I'm the one who's been doing everything wrong. When for the past 2 years, even though you say you've been trying to protect us, you haven't told me anything! You have been ignoring me! You have been letting me fade away into nothing! You haven't asked where I have been in the past 2 years! Dior has been missing for a week! Where have I been? Right here! This whole time!
Yeah, sorry, not to interrupt. Sit back away from Mike just a little.
Okay.
You say that. Give me another roll to do.
Kill this man.
This is gonna clash.
Okay.
Oh boy. Oh boy, let me do some math on that damage really quick. So clash.
That's 12. That's
12. Oh yeah, that's another 12. Yeah, that's another wound for. Wait, hold on. Let me do. We didn't roll for health again. Let me do that.
Yeah. I don't think he can get over 12 unless he rolls like perfect.
Yeah, he can't get over 12. That's with everything locked in. He got to 10.
Yeah, he got a 10.
He got another wound.
What happens?
I'm gonna wound something again. Boop. He turns around when you say that, and you hear something real strange happen here. Yeah, I'm gonna roll die again for health totals.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not that one.
Oh, not that one. Oh god, not that one. It's a 9 now. He turns around and he goes, he just says one thing to you, Tilly. I have never once stopped wondering where you were in these past 2 years. You see something begin to flicker a little bit. I swear to you, Chansley, no matter how hard I try, I cannot ask. I have been bound to this for far too long now. You feel something strange begin to flicker with him. You feel as if a presence of something else is stabbing him in the back of the head right now. As he takes another step back, and he continues to step backwards, but you notice he is walking backwards right now, watching this area. Oh no. I know what I have to do now. This is harming it that much. Something begins to bend in on him until you see something strange happen before you. This is something similar to what you would remember from when you saw the Scholar. As you see your father, as almost an infinite amount of reflections begin to just pass in on him over and over again as he passes through the spotlight. It's off. I'm going to go destroy that thing now, Tilly. That way, I'll just get it all back myself. He just continues to walk back as you see these things begin to... There's multiple reflections of Jean Mirage stack on top of himself. And, Tilly, what do you make of what's happening right now?
So something strange that she hasn't seen in many, many years is when her dad actually gets mad to the point of doing something about what he's mad at. And she recognizes that sense of urgency and just oppressive malice that he can exude when he gets that way. And she knows that he hasn't been like that since the incident. So she knows something is very, very wrong right now.
Yeah.
And
go
I don't think she wants to let him out of her sight, because she knows that the biggest problems with this family have happened because they just can't see each other and they just can't talk.
Oh boy, okay, give me a roll to do, and I'm gonna roll with a color that's not on this pog.
Okay.
Oh, real good. Let's see. Oh,
Okay. Holy shit.
so
Okay.
here's what happens here. Chantilly, you keep on looking at Jean Mirage, and you're like, I am not going to look away for an instant as you keep on walking forward to see him. And in an instant, you see your father's form just shift as a weird green malice begins to cover him for a second. As you can feel, same with the Forgotten, how you can feel its target, you can feel that he is targeting something now, and he is going for the kill. As he continues to walk back in, can you please place the other one for me?
Yes, of course.
Oh god, it's Mountain Dew Dad.
It's time.
It's Pawpaw Blast!
Oh, there he is.
He continues to walk backwards, and then he flips on his heel, and you just hear him, he's mumbling a bunch of shit under his breath. Are you going to try to listen in?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. Give me a roll to do for listening.
Yeah, with that roll you can keep up for sure. It's just, we're gonna give you as much as we can. We're gonna see how long Tilly's luck can be pressed. Okay, there we go.
This one's just gonna roll to
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Ty goes to
Dice
defender, and
Yeah, Ty
Okay.
goes to die. So in this case, you're just
But
following behind her.
Mallow.
Mallow can roll. Mallow's got
Mallow,
this.
roll.
If it's just listening, I don't gotta say anything. I'm just gonna be here and help.
He's gonna roll
That's
to die
okay.
again.
Give me another roll tonight.
Yep. Also, I realize I have not been locking shit in on this one, so
Oh.
let me adjust.
Oh, lock some shit in.
Yeah, Mallow manages to pick up one entire thing, I feel, from this.
Okay.
She listens and hears him mumbling, and she just hears the words, I go to find you, Leticia, Korea. He continues to walk. It's off. And Tilly, you see those reflections begin to continue to bend in on Jean Mirage, as in that instant, you just hear something shatter, and then he's gone.
Okay. So, are you gonna follow his ass? Because you know where he's going.
Yes! What
Excellent.
she's gonna do,
Yeah.
I think, is actually, she might send Mallow back up the train to get everyone else.
Okay. Excellent. In that case, you're headed straight after Jean Mirage. Mallow's going up the train. The train, wound up, sort of shuddering for a second. I am not going to reveal the second rule of the Forgotten, which would have been the trade of you going up the train. That will remain a mystery temporarily. However, Tilly, you got something else. You are now somehow hot on fucking Jean Mirage Iris's trail after, I wanna make something clear. Jean Mirage has started to kind of be like a player +1, like a mini boss, more or less, right, J-Man?
Yeah, he literally is the anti of this group. All of his gifts are to hard counter verbal, mental, or anything else attacks against him.
Congratulations, you beat that.
Yep.
Yay!
Through sheer fucking determination, you managed to verbally stab him to the point that he actually shifted to his other character sheet. So yeah, no, I wanna give kudos where kudos are due, because we just kept going. Jean Mirage is a fucking problem. This dude's a problem. And no, Tilly happened. So yes, you go down that way.
She feels safe leaving Mallow with the crew because literally those are the strongest people she knows.
Yes, exactly. Same deal as before. You know where Jean Mirage is going. He's a lot faster than you. You're lagging behind. Let me know if you want to do anything else in the city.
Oh, I have a way to get to the house before he does.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for just so folks know from the sheer meta knowledge, Jean Mirage just slipped into the underneath. He just did.
Yeah. Dude bipped himself. Okay. Now the pressing question of what the fuck did I have you guys roll and what does that mean? So right now, I just dunked you all out for everyone who was temporarily put to sleep. You are unwounded. No damage has been dealt to you. However, the contents of what was contained within the blackmail is currently gone. There is one exception to this. Well, two exceptions to this. Yeah. Yeah, everyone knows. Sonder, we're gonna catch up with you in a bit.
Okay.
Fade, however, basically what happened is I'm not going to tell you because shit, hold on. No, wait. Okay, I would not be able to tell you what exactly occurred based on your character's knowledge. I've got to keep this straight in my head. I wrote the rules down for a reason, so I'm like, okay, this operates a specific way. I need to keep it to that. So what happened is everyone almost as if you collapsed on the spot. You are in positions as if you were fighting or responding to something. Graves is shielding Delilah. Bettel, you're gonna be over here, actually pressed up against the orb. Fade, you're the first one to come back too. And you actually come back immediately, and you sort of like what? You get the feeling whatever mindset you were in protected you from this to some extent. You're like up and ready and coherent. You're prepared for this. And for another point, if Tilly hadn't sent Mallow up here, you guys would have been KO'd for quite some time, but Fate actually managed to resist to a certain extent what was going on. You're back. Whatever your inherent magics are, they protected you.
Can I safely drop my swing? Just for...
Yes. There you go. Yeah, I'm feeling good about this.
Fate looks around and like, what? And the first thing he goes, Sonder?
Sonder's fucking gone.
He walks up to Teach. Hey, Martha. It shakes her. Martha!
She snaps back too.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, you actually wake up. It's the best comparison is it's less asleep and more a trance.
Mm-hmm. Okay, she snapped out of it, then kind of pops up and like, what happened? What's going on?
I don't know. Something... I don't know. But I can only assume something bad.
Fade, you remember everything clearly, literally that's been shown on screen. Is the way it happened. Anyone else would have had the moments of you fucking with the blackmail, basically just like cop edited and replaced out of your memory. Fade, however, you're like, I remember we opened that fucking blackmail.
we opened the Iris blackmail. We started reading it, and then everyone got put in some kind of, it's almost a trance. Come on, I don't know.
What do you mean we started reading it? The Iris blackmail?
We read the Iris blackmail, and everyone collapsed almost. Like,
she kind of stands up fully again and looks around the room and figures stuff out. Where is it?
You take a look around, and shit's gone.
It's gone. Who? I don't know. Who took? Saunders not here. Did he take it? No. Let's wake the others up and we'll figure this out.
She
Fade runs over to Middle. Hey, Peacock Man.
Eye peeks open. Oh, What? He suddenly stands up and, like, almost remembering that they were in the middle of a very important meeting. Thank you, Mr. Philadelphus. He adjusts his tie and rakes his hair and gets himself up and stands in a very proper position. What happened?
At the same time.
In this scenario, yeah?
At the
No
same
time to
time,
talk for pomp and circumstance.
Over
she
here.
gets, she kind of both kind of nudges them both and tries to, like, see if they'll get up easily.
Graves is just up immediately.
What the hell happened?
Magic, I don't know. Something.
Faye tells everyone what happened, so we don't have to repeat everything again.
Yeah.
Graves is gonna look at Bettle. He's gonna put a hand on his sword and he's gonna charge down through the train.
You start charging down through the train and you scare the ever-loving shit out of someone. You start taking off and you stop yourself dead, Graves. You just like throw on the brakes as Mallow just throws her hands up. She's like, whoa, wait.
What?
Mallow, what on earth? Dear,
Mallow?
what are you doing here?
I hold on. Is everyone here okay?
I
As far as we can tell.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh.
She looks back down the train, and then actually sort of makes a decision for herself. Tilly really needs our help. She really needs our help.
Where is she?
She's trying to stop her dad. I think she's trying to save Leticia. Those words are sad. Oh boy.
Thank God I didn't have to do it. I didn't want to live with the ramifications of it.
Oh boy. Oh God, oh dear, oh man. Oh Christ. So here's part of me. I've got many hearts. I've got many hearts about this. One is just like, okay, let's cut at this point and leave you guys paused on that note until next week, so you have time to more or less like go through this, and then we can off-screen the re-explanation of everything that Mallow's seen, because Mallow knows everything Tilly knows, and it'll give you guys time to think about how you're going to react to it, and we'll lead next time with it. That's one. Two is cut ahead. She's already done explaining what's happened, and you guys deal with it right now. Or three is I cut to somebody else and we come back to this and decide how we're feeling.
One or two, I think, is definitely.
I think I'm personally leaning towards one.
Me
I'm
too.
not tired, but I do want a nice big refresher.
Yes. I can go over everything with everyone, and you can. This is a huge fucking bomb that's about to be dropped on all of your characters. You need time, like, getting time to think about how do I feel about this? It's like, is probably pretty good. Okay, so in that case, let's talk about what happened with Sonder.
Yeah!
So basically, Sonder, to a certain extent, you managed to miss the more subtleties of what occurred. Not enough for me to reveal rule number 2. But I need to get some fucking. I didn't expect you to roll what you rolled. So
Did he escalate?
No, Sonder won the first one.
Oh.
And then Sonder immediately afterwards, I'm like, okay, reroll. Sonder's obviously not going to get, like, gibbed by the sleep. Sonder's not going to get hit by this. He resisted that. Give me a second roll. And you gave me the second one, and you rolled good. And the target crit failed. And here's
That's
what...
funny.
Here's why it was very funny. Here's what I think this means to me. Oh boy. Where in the world are we right now? We're over by Hull Street. It's
We're in a train.
We're in a train, but that's That's not the closest place to this place. I've got to think.
The warehouse district.
Yeah.
The warehouse district's there. I've just got to like listen. This is a hard thing for me because it is literally thinking in a different dimension that I usually do
I see
for
what
this
you mean.
campaign.
I see what
Gotcha.
So it's time for me to think some shit out. Position wise, you'd be over there. So I think that would dump you out here. Oh god. Okay.
Fun.
I am happy.
Buns in chat.
Christ. So this is, you know, this place. This is under East Street, actually. So basically, here's what happens. Something moved up, and it did its absolute best to This is so silly. It did its absolute best to pop up almost like a whack-a-mole, cheap shot you all, and then fuck off, as is its wont, as is what its kid is meant to do. It acted on priority 1 using its second property, and it moved into an area known as the Underneath. And it okay. It touched down. This, before anything that just occurred was viewed. This is actually quite some time in the past. Probably like about 30 minutes ago. Where are you? There we go. The Forgotten moved back to the Underneath, sort of separating herself from the material world. This space is far more comfortable. She started to move across, returning to the place that she is designated to go, the place where she belongs, home for her.
It's so pretty.
And her number 1 priority, the absolute thing that she must focus the most on, is protecting that home. It even outstrips the priority of eliminating the name Leticia Lucent, and she starts to move away. And it seems she misjudged something. It seems in this moment she assumed that there was no one that could follow her back to her den. And right in that moment, oh boy, a hand touches down on her shoulder.
Oh.
Sonder, you stand face to face with a ghost that's just tried to gank every single one of your friends.
Oh boy, he sure does. God, how much does he know? I'm wondering, like, about her specifically, like this.
Not much about this one.
Passed once or twice on your commute.
Yeah, you passed once or twice on your commute. She slowly turns around.
Are we doing this? Are we doing this? Are we cutting, or are we doing?
She raises the claw. Sonder, you sense hostility.
All right, fair enough.
Okay, can you give me a roll to do?
Oh, his, okay. I've noted the music.
Yeah.
There's a roll to do. Am I doing? Okay.
That actually isn't correct. Sonder, you reel back and you just clock the ghost in the face. And that is where we'll cut. Oh boy. Okay. We're gonna pick up next week. There's a lot for us to figure out and balance. Obviously, we're moving into a finale for the plot points of this one. There's still gonna be like some post-game wrap-up. Obviously, you guys will get like whatever epilogues you need, etc., to wrap up the context of the story. But yes, this next is end game, basically. Everything's coming to a head, and we're gonna play it out next week. So I hope to see you there. This session was very exciting from a jamming perspective because everything is all twisty-turvied around, and I
That
love
was
it.
great.
That was really good.
Hey, Jay, good job on your quick management there.
Oh, that was, yeah. We swapped things and like, oh man, that the Jean Mirage talk.
Oh, boy.
Good job, man.
Oh,
Fantastic job.
Really quick. We have fan art.
We have
Aw.
art.
I am currently streaming to the channel. Make sure everybody's in so they can take a good old look.
Thank you for all of the
Everybody
buns.
I'm here.
Okay, let's get started. So first off, thank you Lester 2020 and per usual for putting this intro together for us. And
Thank
first
you.
up from Lester 2020,
Chicken
Yeah.
ring.
Dario Fried Chicken.
DFC.
It's just as oily as his Red Bull.
Oh,
No, don't call it oil.
Oil.
And then from
It's
It's
not
Pitch.
Oh god.
And from Zephyr Zerus. Dazzle your enemies.
Fucking supremely effective technique.
And then from Kugo Trashbin.
Hey guys, I remember my family.
Tiny Tech says, this is fine.
This is fine. I'd say, hey, I got a lunchbox.
Oh,
Take a nap.
Oh, cute.
What are you sneezing for?
What does that?
don't worry
What does that
about it.
mean?
It's fine.
Fine.
And from Lester 2020.
It's fine.
Oh,
Dream
don't worry about it.
Batmobile.
Holy shit.
This is really cool.
Oh, that's so
God.
cool.
A grave.
Really fucking cool.
Then perish.
And from Lester 2020. Fade Secrets. And from Zephyr Zerus,
Oh,
Fade as a
shit.
cat.
They'll never figure it out.
And from Cookout Trashbin, Testudo Secret. Oh yeah, we're selling medical records, definitely not messing with people's genes so we can mind control them. Iris Secret. No, we're property acquisition. It's definitely all it is, you guys. You haven't forgotten anything. Deltano Secret.
Oh yeah, we totally murdered people. That was the thing that happened. That's literally it. It was important people, and one of them was my boyfriend, and that's what it was.
The Warhol Secret.
Fucking 90K voluntary commissions, baby!
And from the Scarlatti Secret. Money, 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 money.
God.
And from Inky, Bettle did nothing wrong.
Bettle does something wrong in every conversation.
Yeah. And then from also Winky. Got anything that's crazy good this week.
Oh, thank you.
Crying.
Chill session.
I
Only on
promised
Indigo.
nothing this time.
Sponsored by Pringles.
Sponsored by Pringles.
Sponsored by Pringles and has wheat.
Yeah.
And then from the Vampire.
Yeah.
Gotta make one excellent joke and ruin just everything.
They're
ruined.
Nat
too
20 blood
powerful.
type.
Oh my god. Holy
That's
shit.
on Bishu's health insurance.
And then Kakura Trash Bin.
My favorite part is how big she is.
Yeah. Chill session. Only brought in there. Wait, Dragon. Now with Breaking Knee Cop. Sponsored by Pringles.
They're wrong.
Chill session. Indigo. Wait, Dragon. Life Point 4000. Sponsored by Pringles.
Tilly won that duel like heartily.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect
Load the
case.
extras.
Like, what are you gonna do? Punch your daughter? Of course you're not.
What are you gonna do? Hit someone you
Where in
can't
the
see?
world is Sonder?
That's the
No.
question, isn't it? That's always the question.
How punching a
In
ghost.
someone's home.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you
oh,
go.
he's
Fuck
so
yeah.
pretty.
A big.
Another big.
Another big.
Sonder.
Big. It's annoying.
It's big
Big.
club. Big
Yeah.
club for
Oh,
big.
big.
Oh, big
All
club.
the bigs.
All the
I love
bigs.
them.
Big clubs.
Mr. Speaker, we are for the big.
To be continued.
I can't believe Sonder haunted the ghost.
Yeah.
I
The dice.
I believe it.
I 100% believe it.
Listen, the dice say that you guys blow up, you guys rock Battle Omen's world, Tilly kills her father, and Sonder punches a ghost. That's
mean-
what the dice say this week.
This is truly what Sonder was made to do.
This is what he was born for.
Oh my god.
Well, I think that's that. Thank you all so much for coming out. We'll pick this up again next week, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
See
everyone.
you next time to find out the truth of the Death Stranding.
No!
Toodles.